in your finance job 24/7.
I love this. This is my favorite take ever, and why you're all gonna die single.
Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this?
It's another edition of KFC Radio on the Barstool Sports Network. Feidelberg out, Jacqueline in. Jackie
Hi.
episode. Buckle up, folks. We're gonna do.
I'm not feeling podcasty today, but
You
I know.
never.
I know.
I don't think I've ever.
No, there's
said
some days.
to you like, we're gonna do an episode, we're gonna do a video, we're gonna do something, and you're like, let's go.
I know, but do you
Every
understand
time you're
that?
like, no, someone
No, because
else do it.
you,
No,
I know. I'm
no.
sorry. But because you're like a 10-year, whatever. But like you, like
all
you
the more reason
podcaster.
that, like, just come along for the ride. I will take you along for the ride.
That's
You will be
true.
fine.
That's true. But it's
I
just
got
like
you.
I don't know. It makes me nervous.
You don't have to.
But I'm here.
anything.
I'm here, and
I
I'm
did
ready.
the whole episode last time completely alone.
True.
So even if you sit here and just say nothing, it would be fine.
Okay.
But you're not going to do that. We're
Okay.
going to talk.
Okay.
Because it's a podcast.
I know. No, I got this. I'm ready.
Let's go.
I'm in headspace.
We'll do some. We'll do some talk. We'll do some 1 Minute Man. We'll go to voicemails. And then we got an interview with Chase Rice. Do you ever have TikTok algorithm insecurity? TIA.
Mine's like a lot of mental health stuff, and so it's kind of like embarrassing when like I'm scrolling with friends.
But
and
see,
it's, like-
that's pretty okay, you know.
But I don't
because
have,
a
like,
lot of shit that I watch on the internet is weird and like out of like morbid curiosity or whatever, you know. But if the algorithm is then looking at that and being like, all right, this is what this guy likes, I'm like, whoa, this was just like a one-time thing, man. Like somebody was talking about this weird shit, and then I looked at it. And I'm like, okay, like I never want to see that again in my head, but the fucking phone doesn't know that.
So what's your TikTok?
Well,
algorithm?
so I really don't open TikTok and just go through it. I open TikTok when somebody sends me a TikTok.
Okay.
So I don't really know if TikTok even has enough info on me, really.
That's some crazy like self-restraint that you have.
Well, but I just do it all on Instagram.
Yeah. That's
So,
true. Do you
I-
do reels?
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
weird.
But all I really like seek out on Instagram are back cracks.
Oh god, yeah, you're so weird about that. And pimple popping.
And pimple popping and that shit. So like if you look at my Discover page on Instagram, it's just all that shit.
Are you talking about back cracks like chiropractors
Yeah.
or something? Or some
Yeah.
people like okay.
Yeah. So that makes sense. But then I open up Instagram from like a text link, you know? But I opened it up regular last night and it was like user 5962983, you know?
Yeah.
And it was a baby who was probably like 2 breastfeeding on a full ass tit. Open naked nipple tit.
What?
And all the comments were like, when you upload like one video to nuke your own account, like here comes the ban. Like it was on. I have no idea why it was like that's even being filtered into a random For You page when it's like user blah blah blah. But it did have enough comments that was like, what the fuck are you doing?
It's actually funny because haven't you said before that like the one thing that you don't like is like
Nipples
and like milk,
especially
and, like,
breast milk and shit. And then I accidentally hit the heart. So now TikTok is like, everyone's saying like, right, I believe in, yeah. So now I'm like, I think TikTok is gonna think that I want to see breastfeeding videos.
You're a nipple guy.
Yeah. So I'm like, I get very anxious now every time I open up the phone, like if it's something. Because also you don't know what, like, right off the bat what a video is going to be.
Yeah.
So the minute it's something I don't like, I'm like, swipe, you know?
You gotta just type in right now like sports, Mets.
But
this
but I
stuff.
also don't, I want it to be interesting. I don't want it to just be sports of the Mets.
Yeah,
I
then
want
do
it
butts.
to be weird
and
shit.
just get away from the nipples.
Yes, I don't want nipples. No babies.
Yeah.
And what you need is an anti-search bar.
You can do that.
That-
You can
do that?
well, you could say I don't like this comment, but or content, but instead you liked it.
I liked it, so the
you can see the confusion that the TikTok algorithm.
I can see the confusion. I can understand Mr. TikTok being like, well, you hit the heart, bro.
Yeah.
So
I will say it's very funny that we've been getting like accounts like suppressed, getting in trouble for like even just swearing, talking about lewd content on TikTok, and it's all it's like tightening up. But I'll be scrolling, and there will just be some chick showing her, literally showing her
tits. And, then, and they just do it for the.
They do it.
They're willing to get banned, and it's like
it's
whatever.
like a split second, and then it's like, oh, geez, like I'm sitting on the couch next to my girlfriend, being like, oh, whoa, what was that?
Yeah.
I mean, it has to be something
you
you guys are doing.
I don't know who ran the Caves Radio TikTok a while back, but it is extremely horny. Like it's just all shaking ass.
The
It's
Instagram.
probably you.
No,
it's
it's
probably
not
you, motherfucker. We opened up your TikTok before.
No, my
It was tits
TikTok's
right away.
The Instagram, when I first logged onto it like 4 years ago, was, I don't know if you guys all just use that as a burner to follow Instagram models.
Oh, my KFC Barstool was only for Guess That Ass back in the day. So I had like 400 people I followed. They were all Instagram models and ass models.
I remember
and
I had to
shit.
clean it
I
up
had to
because-
purge it. I had to like go through. I would just open up my timeline every day and unfollow, like keep following that one, unfollow that one, and then I started to follow like comedians and shit. Now I have like a real page, but in the beginning it was like I would strictly use Instagram to find asses and to post videos that I would then embed in the blog. So I would just post videos with no caption, no context, because I just needed a link to put into the blog. So it was like a burner account.
It's also like, you're like, why would TikTok think that I like this? But it's like you literally for like hours a day talk about horny stuff.
That's the thing. So I also think about like if there's like the microphones listening and shit.
But I
all
don't
these
get
things.
like, I get like very wholesome content, I will say.
So you're in here just
And I'm
as
in
much.
here.
But I don't know. Maybe it's like. Maybe it can really zero in. It's like that girl's at the other side of the room. She's clearly a hostage here.
I think I had seen something where it's like they're not listening, but like when you're in proximity of other people, like they understand that you have similar
for sure had somebody
personalities.
talk about something.
Yeah.
And then it ends up on my like targeted ads the next day.
Typically what it is like their data said that, so your data is speaking to theirs, and that's why.
Yeah, it's like, these guys. But that's what I'm saying. It's like
it's wild.
How sophisticated can the algorithm be? It's like I hang out around here with people I fucking hate.
No, it's
I'm gonna be more often than not if I'm talking to someone I don't like you, and you're gonna control my algorithm. Fuck that.
I mean,
I think it seems
you
like-
think there wasn't some weirdo here looking at chicks breastfeeding on there? I got like 3 off the top of my head. I would guess.
I'm
who it
sure.
is.
Yeah, that's probably.
I would
possible.
imagine like if they're really like, I would imagine that they're seeing who you're texting or something like that. And seeing who you're like interacting with on Instagram and then getting to their, because like it's all linked to your
Yeah,
phone
it's
number.
all linked,
And
yeah.
then they know who you like really like.
Well, that's the thing. Sometimes the algorithm knows you better than you know you.
I know. I know.
The Pornhub recommended for you knows you better than you know you, and that's a fucking fact. 'Cause sometimes I'm like, what is this? And I was like, I am going back to this for sure.
So maybe
But
TikTok.
the TikTok, I don't. Well, they're 0 for a big fat 1. The first time, like, let me just give it a
Yo,
like.
what-
Let me see what, like the first thing if I open it up is. Asian girls dancing, like pop kit.
Do you have
K-pop.
horny like
No.
a horny feed?
Rappers live showing their money.
What account are you on?
Barstool Sports.
Are you on yours or are
Very
you on
pro-y.
1 Minute Man?
Oh, I'm on 1 Minute Man.
Yeah, so that hasn't built yet. Like, no one's stayed on that for long enough to build out the
Okay,
feed.
so that was a random.
So it shows you fucking everything, and it waits to see what you're watching, and then
Okay,
goes from
that
makes
makes me feel a little bit better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes
It's
me
funny,
feel better
the,
that I got the random breastfeeding nipple.
The YouTube also like occasionally will get hacked by like somebody.
Yeah.
And then like it's like,
For real?
Yeah, and it's not.
Wait, what? Our YouTube gets hacked?
So
Yeah.
are
Regularly?
Not like
Not-
actually, but like somebody's like
by
looking
like
up stuff
somebody in
on
Saudi
there.
Arabia.
So I think what it is it's old cell phones getting like sold to people, and it's just logged into YouTube. Like because when I looked, it was like my. old
How would they
phone.
have our info?
So it's just
login
when they
info?
re-download YouTube, it's just signed in, like on an old phone of mine, which is crazy. So I boot them out, but there was a while it was like I cleared our search history, but it was random, really horny videos.
It's like Bollywood
This
porn. or
sounds
something
like a
that.
likely story. Which one of you hornballs was like, someone in
But-
Saudi Arabia?
It's the most. Well, there was also like it was in
Geolocation or
Arabic,
whatever. Yeah,
like
yeah.
so it was like. All right, this isn't us, but it's all the very clickbaity titles and thumbnails of like Lana Rhodes and stuff like that, and it's so funny that
My Spotify got hacked for the longest time. I just had like a joint account with some random person where like I would open up and there would be like instrumental, like jazzy relaxation music. And then I would just like put on my music.
Yeah.
And I'm wondering if he or she was like, wait a minute, I was listening to that song.
Yeah.
You know, but if you, so like,
You, like,
if
don't
you go
want
to
something.
my library, like, so I have a couple playlists that I made here,
Yeah.
but then Legacy, Traveler, Fondue, Uprise, these are all playlists that are made on my account.
Oh, that's like cute though. That's like wholesome.
It's annoying is
I
what
had-
it is. It's not cute. It's
in,
fucking annoying. Get
like-
your own goddamn fucking
Yeah.
Spotify.
Your
I think I've
your
told
suggested songs must be a wreck.
They were a well, between that person, now they're gone. I like changed my password and shit. But at one point it was them, all the kids' songs that I play, and then my music. And I think Spotify was
Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
like my
Who is
2020 wrap up was like, oh, we don't know what
You
listen to.
can you can shut off for like those recommended playlists that they build for you. You could shut off like the kids songs and stuff. There's a way to go.
Oh,
in
okay, cool.
And
I
be
definitely
like,
need to do
don't
that
add this
because
to my flavor profile. Or
My kids
something.
do listen to real music now. It's very funny. Shay's favorite song right now is Unholy.
Oh, what?
It's so funny
It's-
watching you guys find that song. Yeah, it's not a good one.
Bro, not only is that song, first of all, just inappropriate.
Yeah, yeah.
Second of all, it's scary. It bangs. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's got
yeah.
like that chorus in the background, like choir or whatever. And then when Homegirl starts rapping, Shay is like,
She rap?
she raps it. And,
You have a little G?
and she's like, it's like, let me throw it down, daddy. And I was like, ah! She doesn't know what she's saying, but she really picks up on lyrics. Like, I can't play any more bad music because she listens. Like, I used to be able to put on rap and shit.
Yeah.
She would just kind of bop along, and if there was a curse word, I would turn the volume down, or I would sing really loud or whatever. And now she like listens and learns like every fucking lyric.
I think that's a sign of like a smart person.
She's very smart.
Yeah.
Too smart. I wish my kids were a little bit dumber, to be
Yeah.
honest. Can you go to the rap part for me? I don't know. I know we won't be able to put it on
Yeah.
YouTube, but you got to just be able. You just got to see the. It's very also for my family. It's super inappropriate. Yeah, if you want it, drop that Addy, give me love, give me Fendi, bin my Balenciaga, daddy. And I was like, no! She's probably thinking it's daddy, like me. Yeah, okay, you're going to bag it up? I'm like, fuck! And then the funny thing, Keegan hates Unholy with a passion.
Yeah.
Keegan's new thing, it is so funny. Keegan's new thing is that he says, bruh. He's 5 years old.
Where did he learn that, you think?
Probably his father, who says bro incessantly, and YouTube. He watches a lot of YouTubes. That's
Yeah.
like, he's very into video games, so it's a lot of gamer streams. And so the other day, he's leaving school, and they had put down salt because it was going to snow.
Yeah.
And this this little black kid was like playing, like kicking the
Was
salt.
it relevant that he was black?
It is kind of,
Okay.
it's funny. And his dad was like, don't kick that, it's slippery. And I think he was thinking it was ice or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
And Keegan goes over and kicks it and like kicks it around and turns to him and goes, it's not slippery, bruh. And I was like, just a 5-year-old kid talking to his little black kid. What's up, bruh? And so he'll be like, when Unholy comes on, he goes, get this song out of my face, bro. And it's just hilarious. Like, it's just this, you take me and just like just shrink it
Yeah.
down, you know?
I love it when
And like,
kids pick up
we're
on-
playing like video games and he's beating up some guys as Spider-Man. He's like, these guys are toast, bruh. And I'm just like, I don't even know. I guess like when I was growing up, we would have said like dude or man or whatever. And like this generation is kind of just bro,
Yeah.
bruh. And
Does he like pretend like he's a gamer at all?
I mean,
like,
he
does
is
he-
a gamer.
Oh yeah.
It's fucking
but like, does he like
wild.
pretend like he's streaming?
No, he doesn't do that. That's actually, I was thinking about like getting him into that. Be like, why don't you talk out loud while you're playing and
Yeah.
see like
My-
talk me through your process here, man.
My little brother does that, and it's honestly one of the things where like I want to like have him try streaming, but like maybe just do it with me, where it's his voice.
Yo, here's what we need
Because
to do.
he would be I played Fortnite with him and my little cousin once. They're the same age. They're about now they're 13. At the time they were 10. It was my first time playing. They like carried the team and we
yeah, they
won.
smoked you, right? Like they're like
We were all on the same team, but they were being so nice that it came off as patronizing. Where I was like, no, I'm
okay,
not
Nick,
doing
come
that
over
good.
here and help me.
Like, oh, good job. You got to revive. Yeah. And I'm like,
here's what we need.
I know I'm not doing well.
I don't know if this already exists, but do they do like the way you can go to like baseball camp? Can you go to like gamer camp?
I'm
Oh.
almost sure they do. Yeah.
If not, we're doing it. We got to find like some women to run it because you can't be like a
Yeah.
male camp counselor who's like,
All right,
come on,
boys,
play
turn
video
on-
games with me. It's
Yeah.
weird.
All right, boys,
But-
turn on the webcams.
Yeah. But like, I think that Keegan is. I'm not one of these parents who's like, stop playing video games. I'm like, I think you'll have a fucking future in video games
Yeah.
if you
That's
do it right.
I
so I'm
still
like, how
talk
can
to my
we make
parents
it?
about that. I'm like,
Yeah,
let him.
It's not a
keep
bad
playing.
thing. He's learning. He's doing these puzzles. He can pick up he picked up the PlayStation controller. He loved Nintendo Switch. Picked up the PlayStation. Didn't miss a beat.
That's
figures it
wild.
all out. Like
That's very-
It's so completely like second nature. What are you pulling up here?
Streamer cam.
Oh, that looked like something totally different. Okay, see, this is what I mean.
Yeah.
Go down. Like those little thumbnails, that weirded me out. Like, come on,
Yeah.
that does not look like a. I don't know. I see a lot of thumbnails that look exactly like that on other types of websites. I was like, what are you just scrolling through here right now, Babs? Yeah, so this is what I mean. We need to make it like normal so that I don't get scared and I'm like, what is going on here?
I used to,
But
like,
it is
babysit.
so it's a very weird thing to be like, should we connect you on the internet? And should you be talking to other people on the internet? Probably not. So maybe
But
just
like,
stream
if
with like,
there
a
was
couple
like
friends.
other kids, are there like
Yeah.
child settings where they can speak to other children?
That's what I mean. Like, make it so it's like, all vetted, and it's like you're only going to be talking to other kids your age. No adults can, but it's like some asshole will,
Yeah.
It's probably a big liability. But I just like the thought of like Keegan on like with like a headset talking to some other like 6-year-old, like, what's up, bruh? Let's go, man. Leave me at the gulag, bruh, or whatever the fuck they say. It's very funny. They TikTok did say they're going to do this time restriction. Is that real? Like, are they actually going to be able to enforce it? Because they said they're going to limit people under 18 to 60 minutes.
Ooh.
You
A
know,
day or a week?
gotta be a day.
I'm assuming it's a day. 60 minutes a week is like nothing.
Yeah.
Now, on the one hand, there's going to be like, on the one hand, TikTok is not going to do this because it's insane to limit people from using your product.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess like,
I
you
know.
know, like I guess like alcohol made an age limit and cigarettes, like there's certain things you just have to do. But
I feel
also
like they're trying to get ahead. Like they probably have done some research and they're trying to get ahead of the like.
like the blowback or something.
Blowback.
But I mean,
Yeah.
60 minutes is like there's going to be kids going through fucking withdrawals.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
My friend has like an hour and a half timer, and like she says it's perfect because like it's enough time, but it like and she never goes over it. She's like, it's a good amount.
My kids, there are definitely times where if I let them sit in front of a tablet or any sort of gaming, they would sit there for like 12 hours. There's also a good amount of times where they'll turn it off and be like, Dad, that's enough for me right now. Like my eyes are starting to hurt, or like like this, I shouldn't be on it this much.
Yeah.
Like they know. I'm like,
Oh.
well, guess somebody's raising you right. Me. 60-minute time limit if you're under 18. Now, they can continue using the app if they enter a passcode. So that's what I mean. Like this is going to be some shit where it's like that's basically like anything else that has a parental setting.
The old channel locks on like TVs
And
where
you
like
just
you
figure out
found
the
it out
code.
once, you didn't tell your dad you knew it, and then you just
Exactly.
watch.
They also have
everything.
that guy.
But
like,
if you have a parent who checks and they can see and shit, they're
Yeah.
gonna be like, the passcode. I'm gonna
yeah,
change this.
they have
But-
that guy like pop up and they'll be like, "Oh, stop scrolling! Like you've been scrolling for too long."
Oh, really?
And I'm proud
What,
to say I've only
it's like
got-
a whole
so
video?
Even the fact, yeah, it's like a TikTok video, and like he'll be like, "Whoa, stop there! Like you've been scrolling for too long. Like take a break." Like
I think that
whatever.
actually would work with my kids.
It works with me like every single time. I've only got like I never go over him, and like I've only gotten him like
Because that
3
is
times.
that makes you feel like a piece of shit. Right?
Exactly, because then I'm like, "Whoa, if
Yeah.
TikTok is telling me to stop. Like
that
that's
means it's
bad."
My kids are definitely still very like scared of like authority, parents, teachers. Like if you tell them something, they'll like do it.
Yeah.
So I think that would work with them. And as an adult, I think I would be like I do blow through the Netflix thing. I'm like, fuck you.
Oh,
Yes,
yeah.
I'm still
Yeah,
watching.
yeah.
But something being like, yo, you're buried in your phone. You're gonna have like your neck bone's gonna be like a
Yeah.
hunchback. That would make me be like, all right, you piece of shit, put it down.
On like Stuff Island, they were talking about one of like I think it was Chris's friends has a thing over his bed. It like holds his phone, and then there's a ring that like swipes like TikToks, and specifically for TikTok, and like he just like sits and scrolls all day. I was like,
So he,
that's
like, lays in
so
his
bad.
bed?
Yeah, lays in his bed and just because like sometimes like your arms like kind of go to
That's
sleep.
crazy.
You know,
Totally.
like, it's
No,
a
I'm not.
total-
I am not gonna. I'm not gonna be holier than thou on
Yeah,
this one.
yeah, yeah.
I was gonna say that's
definitely have
crazy.
that-
Do you have a link or? Seems pretty
Maybe
sick.
let me take a look at this. I've had my fucking fingers go like cold and numb.
Yeah.
My hands are up, so the blood.
Is that carpal tunnel? What is carpal tunnel?
Oh, we all have it.
Yeah, whatever it is,
Yeah.
I'm sure we have it.
Okay, I have no blood in my hands anymore.
The other day I was outside for like 2 minutes and it was cold. My hands were completely white.
Yeah.
I was like, there's just no blood in them at all.
Yeah.
I'm sure whatever it is, we have it.
I mean, also like the thing about I'm staring at a screen. Like my eyes are already
Totally.
so bad. I'm staring
Shot.
at a screen all the
Shot.
time,
I don't know if I believe that.
like editing and stuff.
I think a lot of that's fugazi. What is this retard doing?
Oh, I was looking at.
I wish you guys saw that. He was going to.
I remember. Do you remember that thing where like they used to say like your pinky
Oh, yeah.
would look
Oh, yeah.
deformed because we've been holding onto our phones ever since we've been alive.
yeah, 'cause it
Like
holds the
I remember
bottom.
like being so scared of that when I was younger. I was like, it's still there. It's not. It went away.
Dude, my pinkies are. Do you see how like snaps like that?
Yeah.
They're
Ooh.
like double jointed,
Mine
so
does
I
that,
can't. I cannot smoothly move my fingers with my pinkies. They like
Yo,
snap every time I move them.
I'm starting to get the jaw thing that fights has. It's like a weird.
Oh, TMJ, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what it is, but it like is starting to crack and it's really
not
grossing
good.
me out.
When you hear
Doesn't
one
it get
from,
like stuck?
yeah, you could hear it pop from across the room.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
It's so gross when
disgusting.
he eats in here. It's like
You can hear that when he chews.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's gotta hurt so
so
bad.
loud. It doesn't hurt though. I also have it with my hip when I walk, and it's just like if I'm creaking and popping now.
You are a lost
Game
cause, girl.
over. I mean, I'm also like 23, and for a girl, I'm going through something right now where I'm like, I have 2 more years of being hot. Like 25 is like probably the max that you can be hot for a girl. Sorry.
Oh, my God. Did you,
The fuck out of
No,
here.
I'm going through like I
you-
don't know. But
did
I'm-
you just look at that thing that we looked at the other day? That
No,
pimp
that
tweeted
like
and
that
was
made it worse.
that-
Now
that's
I'm
Can you
word.
can you pull that up for me? I want to.
That is-
I'm gonna kill
Did we do that
myself.
on the show yet?
25.
We have not. That is one of the
Okay.
funniest. Like
That is, first of all, that's bullshit. You can only be
No.
hot. What are you, fucking DiCaprio over
No,
here?
no,
What's
no,
going
no, no.
on?
I've looked up every single like celebrity who's hot. The max age is 27.
That is so stupid.
I know, and I'm not trying to say
one
like
of the
I know
hottest
that
girls
I'm
in
wrong.
the game right now is Megan Fox.
Like if you're a girl, do not listen to me because I'm fucking wrong. I know, but like I'm just going through something in my head where I'm like, I am literally like aging. Like in 2 years, I'm gonna just be like nobody's gonna want me anymore.
Yo, I hate you so much. Jesus. I do not.
No, for a woman, it's different for men. For men, you get hotter.
Listen, I totally understand that there's probably a million girls who feel the same exact way. And if you're 23, you probably think it's 25. And when you're 25, you think it's 27. When you're 27, you think it's 30. And when you're 30, you want to kill yourself. But like all of this shit.
Like I'm
is
not
stupid.
saying this.
You know
like,
it's stupid.
I know it's stupid. So
But
like
that's how you
don't.
feel.
But this
Okay.
is how I feel right now.
Okay,
Like
all
this
right,
is just
that's
like
fair. As long as you don't like believe it in your
no.
brain.
I know I'm being so
Okay,
irrational.
that's the important part, to know it, because if you feel it, you feel it. You can't help it. You feel
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah. I
Like
just,
you know,
like-
I feel like I'm gonna like die when I hit 40, and it's like
It's just because like on TikTok or something, like I'll see like all the people be like, oh, like I'll be like, I bet you anything they're gonna be younger than me. And like I've never
Well,
like
of course.
had that where people are younger than me.
Yeah,
Now
no,
everyone's
that's-
younger than me.
As a guy, the first thing you go through is when athletes are younger
Yeah.
than you.
I was gonna say football players are
Yo,
younger.
that shit. I remember like LeBron is. I think I was a freshman. I think we're the same age, LeBron and I. So like I was a freshman in college, and he should have been in college, and he was in the fucking NBA.
Yeah.
And we were all huddled around the TV watching him. Yeah, 38. And I was like, this is insane that this dude is my age. And we're like playing beer pong and shit, and he just put up 26, 8, and 5 in his first NBA game against like the Kings or whatever. I was like, and then from there it was like all downhill. Now the kids are like, I literally could call them kids.
Yeah.
And they would be like 6'8", 250, richer than me, bigger than me, stronger than me, and I'd be like, "What's up, little pup?" You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like, they'd
yeah.
be like, "Hey, old man." That's fucking crazy. As a girl,
But as a guy,
as
it's
a
like-
girl, yes, and as a guy, it's totally different because as
Yeah.
you age, like things get better and it's fucked. I totally acknowledge that.
Yeah.
But as a girl, it's always been tough. But now, you got famous girls who are fucking 14
Yeah.
and shit. You got girls who look like they're already women who are billionaires by the time they're like 17.
Yeah.
So you feel like you're ancient by the time you're 23.
And all
I
this-
get it, but
Like half the reason why I got the nose job was because I was like, I'm 23. I have 2 more years of being hot, so like I might as well have like the nose
so
job.
It's just not true.
It's just
I
so
mean, I
not
know,
true.
I know.
It's
Like
not.
again, I know I'm
As a
not being
matter of
rational,
fact,
but in
so,
my head.
all right, this is the thing that went around Twitter the other day. This said these are the peak ages, the age at which you peak at everything you can do in life. So, for example, this is an easy one to understand. Your peak to learn a new language is at age 7. That makes sense to me. I actually think it might be a little bit less than that because I feel like I watching my kids go from like 5 to 6. Like they went like they have a full fucking vocabulary by the time they're like 6 and 7 now. So that makes sense. Can you enlarge that a little bit? Because I'll tell you, your peak age of eyesight is not 38. They say at 18 is your peak brain processing power.
I believe that.
Now, whether or not you use that, I don't know. But I could see like the brain itself is like firing as fast as it ever will at that age. I guess
that's also idea. I don't know. Like personally, I disagree with that. I definitely was dumb back then. But it's like I don't know if I was less intelligent.
That's the thing. It's like I think
smart.
your brain. If you were applying yourself. Yeah. I think your brain would have been firing.
I guess at that time I still kind of was, but like I don't know.
You were just being dumb and drinking and fucking around. But if you were to like sit down and work, it would have. I think. By the way, this is all bullshit. This is some fucking.
Oh yeah,
this
absolutely.
is just a JPEG on the internet. I'll come back. I'll come back to the next one. 23, they say, is your peak for life satisfaction. Now, actually, you know what? We'll come back to that one too. We'll go through a couple quick ones
But
first.
23, I feel like is the worst age because you're like an older 20. It's like 24 is like your young middle.
I know. So they said at 25 is your peak muscle strength. I think that's probably, I would imagine, accurate. 26 is for finding a partner for marriage, which is insanely young, and we need to switch that to like 34. No, I'm not even kidding. I'm really not even kidding.
Yeah.
That 26 is like old school shit. That is like, I think if you get married before you're 30, or are even like really thinking about it before you're 30, you're fucking insane.
I agree, but the clock.
The clock. Running a marathon, age 28, Kyle. What do you think?
That's crazy with what you're pacing at now. That's crazy.
Yeah, wow.
Really?
You're really on a good track.
Why is that? Like, I would think that just like the younger the better on that.
Find a mic.
Yeah. You were just
like when I was 18 and running around, I like felt.
So for guys, it's like for girls, it's late 30s. Or like mid, like 27 to 30. So that's why a lot of like moms, like people who have like had babies and then run marathons might even do better.
Yeah.
But it's a weird thing because most people who are runners in like middle school and high school and college like are burnt out by then. So they stop. But if you start later.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
Real quick, what was that mile pace you said you were doing the other day?
Oh, yesterday I had repeats at 5:30 pace. So. But that was
repeats
for how many miles did you do that?
It was only like 90 seconds on, 90 seconds off.
You're crazy. You're crazy. I don't even know who you are.
Fartlex? Is it still called? Is that still called Fartlex?
Oh, I just call it intervals.
Oh,
Fartlex?
Yeah, swear to God. So when I did cross country in high school, it means fast, slow in Swedish, but it's an E, but like everyone would call it Fartlex, where you sprint for a full minute and then recovery pace, sprint for a full minute.
That's exactly what it is.
It's lick.
Yeah, there's every single cross country meet you go to, you'll find a shirt that says that.
Fartlex, I'm sure.
Yeah.
They say bone mass is 30. Playing chess is 31. Remembering faces is 32. Making a Nobel Prize discovery is 40. So if you're 41, it's over for you, bro. Salary for women is at 39. That sucks. Hey, I guess that's.
I feel like that's.
No, yeah, that makes sense. Salary for men is 48. That's a glass ceiling for you.
Yeah,
we'll
what?
just shut you guys down at 39. Arithmetic skills is 50. So you're doing your best math at 50. Understanding people's emotions is 51. Life satisfaction kicks in at 69. Vocabulary 71. Happiness with your body at 74. That's not happiness with your body. That's called giving up. That's just like I'm old and a bag of bones.
Nick and I were talking about that.
And then my personal favorite, the last thing on the chart. You don't reach psychological well-being until you're 82, which just basically means the moment that you're psychologically, like, when you've, like, achieved, like, mental stability and happiness, you're just dead.
Yeah, you've had a few false alarms within there where you're just like, whatever happens.
Fuck it, right? Now, what I want to go back to, you're at your peak of remembering names at 22?
That's, yeah.
And you know what?
I'll take that.
I don't think I'll ever have a peak of remembering names. I'm the fucking worst at it. I do think.
I feel like
thinking back to like college though, when you would just meet like 100 new people a day, and you don't remember all of them, but you remember more than like I don't meet any new people anymore now. You know what I mean?
I feel like it's more just like the older you get, the less you're like care
meeting-
about
well, that
having
too,
new
yeah.
people, and you're just
Yeah.
like, I don't really need to know your name. Like if you meet them.
And
maybe.
then life satisfaction at 23 is interesting.
I agree with that.
I don't think
I agree with that, too.
We were talking about it last night. 22 to 26 was my window, but I think 23. I think 23 is just too young. 'Cause I think 23, you're still a little bit in college mode still.
Yeah.
I think by the time you're like 25, you're like, I'm done with college. You're by no means are you like, I'm a full real person, but you're like, oh, you're at least in the workforce. You're in the routine of an adult. You're like all that. You're making some money. You're doing some fun things. Like I think 23 is almost like you're still just doing. You absolutely could be living your best life at 23. I just don't know if most people are, because I think they're still just like, I was in a fucking frat basement. By 25, you're like, at least for me, it was like we're renting houses and we're like doing cool things. Maybe you take a couple trips here and there. You have a little bit of money to buy some things. Maybe your apartment's a little nicer. 23, I think, is still. You might think you're your happiest, but you're like, oh man, when I was 23, I was like sleeping on a hardwood floor and I was like a grimy, disgusting person. But that's what's funny about like satisfaction is not about like you might at 23 be like, I'm the happiest I'm ever gonna be, and then by 25 you're like, oh wait, I'm happier than I was.
I feel
but in
like-
that moment at 23 you were like, this is the best.
I feel like right now, like I'm like, I love my life. Like I'm
That's
I'm
good.
like enjoying like every single, like I'm like, this shit rocks, but I can see how like it's gonna get even better.
yeah, but
you
that's
know,
good
like,
to
with, like-
recognize like in the moment.
But I feel like right
I
now,
think
like,
I knew, Andy Bernard or Michael Scott with the
Yeah.
the
Andy
good
Bernard.
times quote, right?
Yeah.
Like the good. I wish you knew you were in the good old times when you're in them. I think I was pretty aware of that. Like 22 to 26, I was living with my best friends. The first place I lived out of college, I lived with some good friends, but we didn't like totally click like lifestyle wise. By the time I was like mid 20s, I was living with exactly who I wanted to live with. I was making money. I was in New York. We were hooking up. We were partying. We had enough money to do some cool shit. Not enough money that we had to worry about bills and taxes and all that shit. And I was like, this, I want to do forever.
Yeah.
I want to do this forever. And I didn't. Because you know what? By like late 20s, you're like, I can't keep doing this. And it's like, keep doing it.
Yeah.
Keep doing it.
Cherish this.
It's some Billy Madison shit. It's like, I understand that you can get burnt out on partying or going to the same places, or maybe you're looking for something like a relationship that's a little more serious, or just you're looking for a little bit more. Fine, but don't abandon it all.
Yeah.
Because you're gonna regret it.
No, I mean,
gonna fucking
I
regret
do
it.
feel like I've talked to like my friends and everything, and like I'm sure like once I hit 27, 28, I'll like have a different whatever, but like right now I'm like, what, like I'll spend so much time with somebody, like why would I want to like 26 at probably like the most fun time in my life. Like it says like the finding marriage partner, like I don't want to I don't know.
No, 26
But
is
then there's the clock.
way too early. The only problem, the only thing you have to worry about is that biological clock, which I think is getting like it's progressing older, like naturally, but also like freeze your eggs and you can
Yeah.
do.
But I don't wanna be like
you don't
a-
want to do all that shit. I understand that. Like it's expensive and it's invasive and it's not like the best way to go. But I think it's way better than like I'm 30. I'm gonna just marry this guy that I'm kind of happy with because of, you know what I mean? Like freeze an egg or roll the dice or whatever, rather than jump into a relationship. I mean, plenty of people get pregnant like later in life. Like
Yeah.
it's not like it's not like a death sentence the minute you turn 27. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like it I don't know. I obviously as a guy you can't really speak to it, but the alternative of like rushing it
Yeah.
is so bad.
I know.
With the amount of fun and the opportunities and the lifestyle that you give up like your late 20s, all your 30s, your 40s.
I also just
for
get so claustrophobic with
kids
people
and
that I'm
family
like, oh,
and
that's
bills.
so long
Yeah.
to spend
Oh,
with somebody.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, give up your best years to do all the really hard shit. It's like, no.
Yeah, I wanna push that back.
Wait.
I'm also-
absolutely wait.
I'm going through ever since the what's it called, this is the end, Last of Us
Last of Us.
episode with Frank and Bill
Yeah.
or whatever.
Ugh.
I've also
gut-wrenching.
been going through something like there's just so many things I don't even think of. Like my life is so great now. I feel like it actually made me like more like I am so happy
Appreciative,
right
yeah.
now because it's like I didn't even think like what if I get like cancer? What if I get Parkinson's?
God,
What if my
it could be
husband
so
dies at
much
like
worse.
40 something? Like
Right.
there's so much that can go wrong later in life. What if my kid like gets really sick? What if they're like all
Yep.
this stuff? Like I didn't even think of it's just all of a sudden hit and like oh my god, there's
Yeah.
so much that can go on
when
later
you
in
live
life.
like a carefree life,
Yeah.
it's the greatest gift in the fucking world.
Yeah.
If you're blessed with like no problems, you're making money, you're the only bills you got to worry about are like your fucking bar bill, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? And you're happy like that's why I mean in this mental health era like everybody's you can only speak to your own feelings and your own emotions and shit. But some younger people who I see who are like I'm depressed and I'm this and that. I mean, I'm not going to tell you you're wrong or you're
Yeah.
lying, but I'm like, God damn.
Well, I have
like you got the world at your fingertips. Like,
Yeah.
go have the time of your life right now. Like, it's
But I have a theory that it's like everyone needs to have like big struggle like at some point in their life, and like it makes me nervous because like I really feel like I've like
You
this
haven't
sounds
had
like
it.
whatever, but
No, of
I'm
course.
like I'm so grateful. Like I feel like I've like loved my life like
Well, I
up
mean,
until
you
now.
also
So I just
don't
feel
know-
like something has to happen later in life. Like I feel like I'm gonna get like sick. And,
Right. It's like, a lot of times they say like if your pregnancy was really good, then the newborn baby is going to be like a
Yeah.
handful or vice versa.
Yeah,
the
yeah,
pregnancy
yeah.
was terrible and the baby came out and was an angel. Like there's like these things tend to even out. But I also think like you don't know. I've said many times on the podcast, you don't know when you're a senior in college, you think finals are like the most difficult thing you've ever gone through.
Yeah.
And because you've never experienced anything else, your brain and your heart and all that are telling you like this is the hardest thing ever.
Yeah.
And then you look back on it, you're like, this was a fucking joke. But in that moment, your body was going through what you thought
Yeah.
was stress and hardship and all that. It turns out to not be.
Yeah.
But like you're going through shit, whether or not it's really hard or
Yeah.
not. You, based on your upbringing and your nature nurture, like think it's hard.
Well, there have been times in my life where I'll be like this, like it will have been good or bad. I've like had harder times, but then I'll compare it to like the grand scheme of things. I'll
Right.
be like, this
Well,
is
that's the
nothing compared to
perspective.
having a kid
having
die.
having good perspective like that is very important. I so badly wish you could just hop into somebody else's brain.
Yeah.
Like just a couple times in your life, just to be like, let me just feel what you feel, think what you think, and then you're like, whoa, like oh my god, this is what you think is sad. This is what you think is happy. Like, because I think if you could just do that if everybody could do that with one person.
Yeah.
I think everybody's lives would change.
True.
Where it's like, like the feeling I get still to this day when I like get home after work, after the kids go to sleep, whatever, the feeling I get when I like put on a hoodie and sweatpants, like get on the couch, fucking have like ice cream and have a TV show, I get like it's like pure joy
Every
runs
single
through my
night?
body. Like still to this day,
Yeah.
yeah. And so, but I'm like, there are people who would be like, I hate this. Like, I gotta go run a mile. I gotta go, you know what I mean? Like, so I would love to just feel one other time, like, oh, you don't like this, and here's what it feels like for you when you do that, and this is, you get upset about this when I think this is no big deal, like all that kind of shit. I think everybody would have a totally different outlook on life. But thinking that you're not going to be hot after 25 is some true, full-blown Leo DiCaprio
Yeah.
warped mind shit.
Yeah, he started it.
He really
that
did.
in
I
my
mean,
mind.
that is the DiCaprio disease, thinking that you're going to not be hot after 25. Whether or not you really realize that, like it probably is, that's probably like embedded in you a little bit. From people like DiCaprio, from all these like, because here's the thing: if you are getting into like a second marriage, or a late marriage, or you were like, I worked all my life and I have a lot of money, like it just only makes sense for an older guy to date a younger girl. You know?
So the one thing that makes me feel better is that, and my friend helped me realize this, everyone, when they're seeing Leo with a new girl, is making fun of it.
Right? They're not like this is a good thing.
They're like, who's this child
Everyone's
that he's
like,
with?
yeah, totally. It's like he goes too young with it, you know?
Yeah.
But I think like when I got divorced, I wasn't like, I'm looking to get involved in another relationship with someone who's like right at the same age as me again and family. You know what I mean? It was like it only kind of makes sense to not like start over, but it's just like that's kind of the way we do things. So I think a lot of that is like you're programmed to like think and feel that way and shit. But it's like. Not 25, Jackie.
I know, and I know
how many women who are older right now being like, "Fuck you, you dumb bitch."
No, I know, and I know I'm being such a dumb bitch, but this is
that's
the
how you
way that
feel.
I'm feeling right now,
that's
and
why
I don't
it's
know.
totally valid.
And I
Like-
know I'm gonna get over it, and I think it's a 23. I think it like kind of what I was saying before. 22 and 21, you're young 20s. You're considering yourself young 20s. 24, you're considering yourself young
mid 20s.
mid 20s, but 23, you're an old. Like you're out of college and you're seeing all these college
I
girls
think that
bopping
there's
around.
like you go through chunks in life, and right now you're at the top, the end of one of those chunks, as opposed to a new.
I also
the start of a new one.
And this kind of goes with like what I was saying before. If I think that something bad is gonna happen to me, I just have this bad feeling that I'm gonna. And I've said this. I don't know why. I have a bad feeling I'm gonna lose a leg at like 20 something.
Oh, I don't know if you know this.
I
This
say
is
all the time.
I don't know if you know this, Kev. This is her number one fear.
It's my biggest fear.
There's the Jackie quote.
Yeah,
I think I'm gonna lose my. I think I have
I've
heard you
said
say
this.
that before.
And it has been. I cannot explain how much this is. When I was younger, I had legitimately like OCD tics where I would like every time I would have to think of something bad. This is like really whatever. Every time I would think of something bad, I have to knock on wood 10 times, touch all 10 fingers.
you
So
crazy
I
girl.
was
You crazy
like,
girl.
I was like OCD when I was younger because I was so scared of losing a leg, and it's just been been with me like
Could you imagine if it happened?
I
Imagine
know.
You get the call one day like, Jackie fell on a meat grinder.
Stop.
She's only got one leg now.
You see, the only thing that before,
You would
when I was
be-
younger, I would not have been able to talk about this, but now I feel like I'm like at least
You can,
like
like, joke
getting
about
rid
it.
of it because it would be too weird for me to be talking about it
Well,
for
see,
it
this
to
is the-
actually
this
happen.
is the thing.
But I don't want to. I don't
Jackie,
want to
you would be the spokesperson of Pirate Water.
stop. You guys, I can't. I
Peg
can't.
leg Jackie.
If you here's the thing now, like you're not gonna lose a leg
Thank you.
because you've like put it out there, and if the universe does that to you,
It's just weird.
That's weird because
It's a
then that
weird
means like
move.
start talking like lottery numbers and shit because it's like I don't know, you can manifest
You did,
shit.
Yeah,
you did
I'll
have
be-
that week with the Lego.
What?
Yeah,
that
you did
week
have
with
that
the
bad week
Lego.
with the Lego.
Fuck
Yeah.
you guys! I want to keep my leg.
Well,
gonna be fine.
you are feeling like the clock is ticking, and I think that's very silly, but it's also a very valid feeling that I know a lot of girls go through, and I know I think even the change from my generation to your generation, I think we're all in the same generation, but like not, you know.
I think TikTok was really done it for me. Like,
Probably.
fuck my head.
But even the like I think when I was dating around, it was like the dating world is tough and it's hard to find a partner and guys are scumbags and girls are bitches, and I think it's just gotten even exponentially worse. So a lot of people turn to alternative methods to find love. And Jackie went online and made her Love Island application.
Yeah, I fully sent it in.
We'll play the video here.
I'm gonna apply to Love Island. I'm single. On the right age. I don't know if I'm exactly what they're looking for, but that's for the application to find out. First name, Jacqueline. Oh, I spelled it wrong. Why are you currently single? Ouch! I self-sabotage. What makes you a good boy/girlfriend? What makes me a good girlfriend? I'm gonna skip that one and come back to it. On the show, if you're interested in a person who's already coupled up, what will you do? See, here's the thing. They want me to say break up the couple. I'm a girl's girl at the end of the day. I'm also a pushover, but they don't know that. So I'm gonna say break up the couple. List 3 fun facts about yourself. I hate this question. I can never think of a fun fact about myself. Oh my god. If I didn't why do I look so good without eyebrows? What? Am I tripping or do I look so good without eyebrows? 3 fun facts about yourself. I don't have eyebrows. Because I'm gonna shave them all off. I think I was Benjamin Franklin in a past life. Should I cut it? I honestly can't think of anything else. You're gonna go through and be like, it was a pretty good application until the Benjamin Franklin thing. Why do you want to be on Love Island? To find love. What are your hobbies and interests? Oh, another question I hate. Hiking. Goes on literally one hike. What are some other hobbies? Hobbies. Fun word to say. Hobbies. I'm loving that word. Hobbies. What are your hobbies? Okay, I have to finish the application. What are your hobbies? Submit. There's a 0% chance that I get this, but you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
I mean, it is hilarious.
Thanks. I mean,
First of all, let me say, you got to be one of the best looking people ever without eyebrows.
wait,
That was bizarre.
what the fuck is going on?
I was like, Jackie's doing some weird thing, and I was like, everybody else who shave their eyebrows, and they are like, it's like, what the fuck? You not that bad with no
Look
eyebrows.
at me. Look,
I
put
think
the
it's 'cause
camera
you
on
have
me,
big
man.
eyes, so like it almost like it draws you into your eyes more. But
Yeah.
everybody else looks like a fucking like a seal, looks like Uncle Leo and Seinfeld. Looks like
I think
for Fashion Week, like Asa and
Everyone's bleaching their
Aria
eyebrows
they
now.
were all like shaving them or bleaching them or whatever, and I love you girls, but you all look fucking weird as shit. I don't know. Jackie looked kind of normal with no eyebrows. Maybe you look normal with one leg.
Stop. Stop. We can't. I think I'm going to do it.
So, okay, so you were filling out your Love Island application, and
There were 80 questions.
3 facts about you.
Yeah.
Was one that really gave you
That I hate it when people ask for fun facts.
A lot of people do not like that. I think you've got like plenty of things though.
I know,
Just,
but
like,
I can't ever
this.
think of them
In the moment.
in the moment. Like what? I don't know
You,
what I
you
would
went with
say.
Ben Franklin, didn't you?
I did go with Ben Franklin, and I went with.
That was probably a misstep. They're
That
probably
was-
like, throw this
no,
bitch out.
I literally couldn't think of anything else. And then I went with, so they're definitely like gonna throw this out. The second one I went with was, and I haven't even like said this. I'm like obsessed with FedEx trucks. Like I've I wrote.
Yo, baby, you are so autistic. It's unbelievable.
I know. No, I wrote like my college application on FedEx trucks. Like I think I got people like responding, colleges responding, being like, this was like one of the best applications we've read, because ever since I've
Can we please somehow find that? Do you have an essay like
I'll
in an
try and
email or
find
something
it.
like that?
I think my email, it was like my high school like
that would
account.
be.
It was like, I mean, it probably
spectacular.
would not be even good
What
now.
did you write about FedEx trucks?
Because my whole life. So okay, so you know how like there's the arrow between the E and the
yes,
X.
yeah,
So that like I just learned it when I was younger, and then like
fuck you up.
and it like like autistic me or whatever. Sorry,
Yeah.
I shouldn't say that. Like I'm
Yeah.
not autistic. Well, I don't know, but like
We're all on the same.
yeah. Like was just obsessed with that. So then I started like every single time I would like count FedEx trucks, and like on the way to school, like every time I was
That
in the car, I
is
would
that is
count.
a life changing. In my life, there is
Yeah.
before I learned the FedEx truck arrow and after I learned it. And
BF.
Because you first of all you can never unsee it,
See,
and
yeah.
when you first find out, now I think it's pretty well known. When people were first finding out, dropping that on somebody else was awesome.
And what people
Like,
don't
yo, you
even
ever see the arrow? they're
And
like,
then
"What?"
do you
Like,
guys
right there,
know-
the arrow? They're like,
the colors. So green is ground, like orange is home. They don't do it anymore. Fright is red, blue is when it's like postal or whatever like that. So then it was just like I just like goes on through different periods of my life and like learning new things, and then like getting older
That's
and
very
learning
like
about
abstract.
like. Thank you.
So you
I like
you
it.
use the
But-
FedEx trucks to like as like a conduit to talk about like just how you're
Getting older, learning
yeah.
about the world or whatever. It was like FedEx trucks taught me about the world or whatever.
That's
like
kinda
that.
cool.
But then I like accidentally like developed like a real like obsession with FedEx trucks where it's like
Just chasing them down like dogs in the street.
a FedEx truck comes by and I get like kind of giddy. I'm like, whoa,
Wow.
you know, all this, and I don't see that many in New York anymore. But
There's a few of those.
Do you know the Amazon one?
Yeah, the A to Z.
It's everything A to Z. There's an arrow going from A to Z. And
Oh,
there's-
what?
Yeah,
like
and then
AMAZON. So the A to Z. There's a little.
and it also makes us smile.
Yeah.
oh,
Yeah.
So, but that one's like a little like it's like you have to be told that one. The
It's not-
arrow,
it's not.
like
The
you
arrow's
can
so
see
perfect.
The arrow, it's like
I became
yeah,
like
that's
obsessed with
what's up.
logos at one point. I really
But like, okay, when they say like the hidden logo in Beats, like that's not
That's not
hidden.
hidden.
It's a fucking B. Everybody just sees that B.
Yeah.
You know.
It's a guy listening to headphones, listen to music.
Oh,
That's a little man
that's so
right there
cute.
listening to with his headphones on.
What?
That's a head right there, and these are headphones, and it's a B.
No, that's not a.
If
good
I
one.
added an eye
that's a
right
great
here
one.
and a nose right here, you'd be like, "That's a
Well,
head."
yeah, but it's not there. I
No,
mean, it's just like.
but it's
we
a
just-
side profile shot.
Of like
I
a stick
guess.
figure.
I don't know.
No, I think that's great.
What's let's see some of these other ones. Let's go. Let's scroll till we find someone that we see.
Peacock.
Peacock.
Yeah, the peacock.
Yeah.
But that's like everybody knows it's the peacock. That's not hidden. Amazon A to Z.
Basketball,
31
yeah.
different flavors.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know what? I didn't see that one.
Yeah,
Huh,
that one's cool.
That's a good one.
There's something else with that one too, right?
Oh yeah,
He's like a little man
Yeah.
tipping it, right?
I don't know any of these. Oh, this is a biker.
Yeah.
Somewhere there's. Oh, so this guy's.
Yeah, that
biking.
guy. Yeah. The Tour de France one.
God, logo people are so cool.
It really is. Like, if you nail a good one, it's like you probably get paid.
Yeah.
Fucking bank.
Well,
GC
what's,
in that one.
What's the logo that they paid like $1 billion or like a couple $1 million for? That is just like the most basic thing.
Oh,
It's not Apple because Apple was cheap. Oh, it wasn't Nike. It's like it's the H&R block.
And it's just a block.
It's just a block, and he got paid.
Pull it up.
Pull out. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a green block, right?
Yeah.
What?
The block.
we're in the wrong game.
But like, yeah, I mean, I'm sure because like I know H&R Block, like the block, like it's
Yeah.
just fucking. Deloitte has the green
There's
dot,
not
and
even any
everybody
like
just.
character in their text or anything.
That's so. But like, you know what though? Somebody was in a board meeting and they were like, "All right, like present us. Like we paid you. Like this, we paid this firm like $500,000. Like what do you got?" And they were like, "Are you ready? Are you ready?" The block.
Green block.
And people were
Nothing
like,
else.
either blew them away or they had to like explain it to them, like you're the block, H&R Block. People just call you the block, and it's just like, I like it. We're doing it. Okay, assholes.
They
You know what I
paid
mean?
$1
Like,
million. How much?
or even like the jingles, when, like somebody was like, we're Farmers Insurance. We need a jingle.
Yo, we should
And
get a
someone was
KFC
just
radio
like,
jingle.
bum 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 Farmers. Like, yeah, I love it. We should definitely get a KFC radio jingle. So I told you to do it. We haven't been doing it. The chicken squawk. I think before every one of our social videos, it should just go "Bawk" real quick.
Oh.
"Bawk." And every time you hear "Bawk," you know a KFC radio video is coming.
Okay, well, film it right now and we'll
"Bawk,
do it one more time.
bawk,
Okay, one more time just so we have it.
bawk."
Jackie got one in too.
I'm not gonna do it.
You have to "Bawk" too. You got to give me your best "Bawk."
I can't do it. Bacock!
Come on, you can do better than that.
Bacock!
No, you're talking. You
I
gotta,
know.
you gotta like almost sing it.
Bacock!
There you go. I think that one's even better.
That's fun. That
Bacock!
rolls off the Bacock!
Yeah, there we go. Tabs, your turn. Give me a "Bawk." Yep, let's go, Nick.
Good, that was good.
I actually used to be able to do this. It's the
What does that mean?
Oh, okay. Nick comes and flexes on
I'm a professional
I don't want. I don't want to
Stick on
hear
the-
myself. It's a.
Oh! No, I was about to make fun of you and be like, "What are you talking about?"
Yeah.
That was the bet. Yo, there
so
are
fucking
chickens
cool.
on a farm that would go, "Whoa, that guy can cluck better than
Nick,
me."
you were here in my cool level, here in my cool level.
That, like, can you do other shit?
Probably it's all like just
All
repressed
deep in there?
memories now.
I mean,
Well, I'm gonna try.
the cheeks went in and out. Like he, it was like a. Can you do
developed-
like a boat engine? Like, I bet you could do that really well. Yeah, I bet you could do a lot of shit.
Yeah.
bro.
Have you developed the dad whistle yet?
No. I used to be able to do it just like like without even the fingers,
Yeah.
but now like nope.
Sorry, I really thought that was.
I don't even know what the fingers are supposed to do.
Yeah.
I think
I
you
don't
have to
even
fold
know.
up your tongue, actually.
I think you're putting it in way too far. Jackie, if you're not watching on YouTube, had her fingers on her molars. You're definitely not supposed to suck on your fingers.
Yeah, I don't
you have
know.
to wipe the saliva off.
Saliva on
You
my
just
fingers.
slobbered on your
Yeah,
fucking
yeah,
fingers. You think that people are doing that every time they whistle?
Yeah.
No, it's just a little. It's like you're like pinching your.
Just a bunch of dads trying to see how much
Who
they
can
like it.
whistle the hardest? Hey, I got a little bit. I walk around just kind of doing like a
can
regular
do
whistle.
I can do the pinch lip.
I try not to do it.
Probably
with people.
terrible podcasting for people. It's
When
flowing in
if
the
people are around, my dad is a big time like hummer and whistler. You know what he'll do if you're doing it? Like say you walk in a room and you're just like bum 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 bum, just like I don't know, making your noises. He'll just start doing his own noises, and it's like,
Like a
well,
parrot.
bro, I'm doing it now. You can't do it too.
Does he
What, are we
copy
gonna
you?
harmonize? It's not copying, but it's also like unless we're gonna fucking harmonize here, we can't both be doing our noises.
You guys like both break out in a song.
Fucking bop over here. Do a little fucking acapella. Okay, so you know that you're stupid for not thinking you're gonna be hot past 25.
yeah.
Also, you know you're gonna end up on Love Island, right?
I mean, there's
like it's.
no chance.
There's a small chance.
I think there's a good chance that you
Wha-
end up on a Love
No,
Island.
and here's the thing: is I don't even actually want to because think about this. Like,
Well.
I have what? What?
You know, I shared the video to KFC Radio yesterday, right?
No, I didn't.
Okay. Well,
Do you know who saw it?
No,
you know who was tagged in it?
no.
The casting director of Love Island.
Wait, but did they respond?
I don't know if
They have
yet.
multiple
Not yet,
casting
but we'll
directors.
see.
No.
Like
They have a main one, and she was tagged in it, and it was shared to Kevin and John's pages. So she's
we're gonna
going to
make
see
sure
there's a
that,
You
massive
guys-
Barstool following
was that
behind it.
Natalie? What's her name? We're gonna make sure that she sees.
It's, I believe it's Shay, like it's Nashe
Okay.
Caracas.
We're gonna make sure that she.
So everyone
sees this. You
Go
are
tweet at,
so
or well, she doesn't have Twitter. She has Instagram.
fucking made.
No, but here's the
this
thing:
shit.
is like also like especially I looked up U.S. and like everybody looks so like done up and like not fake, just like
I
done
think-
up. I would look like such
Jackie,
a normal girl.
I think I had like a distant cousin that was on it. I think
Really?
my trash
I would
bag.
get
all,
Like, come on.
lasers up the ass, Botox up the ass. I would have to drop
No,
so much money.
No, you first of all, you could go on. Second of all, like you're pretty enough to go on. And even if you played like the normal girl, like you said, that you would be a fucking hit because of
I
that.
don't know. I feel like I'm like too
Like
and I'm
so
also
many of these
so
girls
not
are like.
cutthroat enough.
Well, that's what I mean though. You would be so. You also there's a chance you get voted off on Love Island. Is that how that works?
It's like
you like pair up. and
it's
if you
not
don't
like
have a
it's like they're
couple-
trying to like get down to one, but like
Right.
if you don't pair up, then
Okay.
you get voted off.
So it's a matter of whether or not you find a guy to like pair up with.
Yeah.
It's not like the audience.
Or if like everyone in the
Because
villa
I
likes
could
you.
see a scenario where they're just like, I don't know, we're getting rid of this wacky girl. But if you would be a fan favorite, no doubt. The same way
don't
people love
know.
you here.
I know, but
for, like,
Love
everything
Island's
you do.
different. Like, I don't know.
I absolutely think people would be like, oh my God, Francesca's like a cutthroat bitch, and Inez is this crazy girl, and then there's Jackie, who's just like the drunk girl having fun. Like you would be the drunk girl having fun.
They only let you have one glass of champagne a day or a night.
What?
Yeah,
That's not true.
But
These
I
people are
would
always
love to go
shit-faced.
on. No, they
Specifically
after
Love Island?
Like, they after a few seasons, they like it's a new thing.
Okay,
And
because
there's
the
so
one I'm
many
watching
things.
now, Perfect Match. Everyone's absolutely obliterated all the time.
Yeah, that
They're-
one,
yeah.
like I think that which it makes great TV. I don't know why
That's
they
what
would
I
stop
can't
that.
believe they're not letting people drink. That's totally
Which
nuts.
it's basically like rehab.
That might be like you're having sex, you're pairing up, drunk people,
yeah.
consent. That might be like a weird.
I think it's just I don't know. I think it's just like
Well, we'll
'cause
find
a lot
out.
of people
We'll
got
find
bullied
out
after-
when you're on the show.
No.
Yeah, you'll report back.
Wait,
Yeah.
you guys, I can't even. Also, the thought of you guys watching me flirting with like people and going around.
Yes, please.
me
Oh my
wanna
God.
fucking kill
recap-
myself.
It's gonna be
after
huge.
Shows, the recap shows that we would do every time an episode of your shit airs.
Oh my god, that would make me want to actually kill myself.
I'll be honest. I actually don't even think I could.
I don't
could
think
do
that you guys
I don't
could.
think I could I could have fun talking about like the rest of your season.
Yeah.
When it was like, let's break down Jackie's love life and the guy she's talking to, I'd be like, nope, we're not doing that. We're not doing that.
It would be.
But
Yeah.
make me a promise. If you get on, you go.
Well, you guys know that I would be gone for. Can this ship even run without me? Okay, that was a big laugh. We didn't need to laugh.
I think we'll figure it out. I
don't know. What are you
but
gonna
no,
do
you
without
would
your senior
like
producer?
we'd have to like I guess you're not allowed to have a phone and shit like that.
No phones.
How long do you go for?
I was thinking, what if I brought like a pager in or something like that? I would be like, you never said no pagers.
And what would you do then?
I don't
Somebody
know.
pages you and then what?
You just page me like, keep it up. The public.
oh,
is,
so just like there's-
You know it's not live, right? We would have no idea what's going on.
it
that's
is
a good
live.
point.
It's live.
Love Island's live.
Yep. Well, if you have to get like a, yeah, it's live,
Oh, I didn't know that.
kind of. I
don't
mean,
know
it's
who
like
it
a
is.
day later.
Really?
Yeah, because it comes out every night. So like right now, like the
But, like-
season. So right now it's hard. Okay, so the UK version, I would have to get like a VPN or something to like watch it live.
Right.
But they're like still in the villa right now.
Oh,
They're still going
interesting,
through
okay.
it, and it comes out once a day every day, and then
That's why that's so fun. I don't think I realized that.
yeah.
Love Island is not live. Each episode is shot 1 and 2 days. But that's
Yeah,
1 and 2
1 and
days
2
in
days
advance.
in
It's
advance.
basically live.
What a flip.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
the most
That's why I was
of
saying like I just want to,
70
as a
cameras.
producer person,
Wow.
It's the most efficient production in the
What is
world.
what is a mugging off?
because it's like
The
when
show
somebody
uses
like
70 cameras to capture every kiss, argument, and mugging off.
it's like when somebody like denies you or
A mug off?
yeah, it's like oh, I feel like I'm being mugged off right now. You know, it's like one of those things.
Who is in the American one? Like, do we have one yet?
That's the other thing is nobody. There is an American one, so it would have to be the American one, but it's just so much better with accents.
accents.
I don't know why.
Yeah.
It's like a little like.
But I don't know.
ratchet.
Maybe they watch it over in fucking England. Watch this one.
I don't think so. The thing is, it wouldn't be. There's not that big of a draw to the U.S. version.
All right. Well, you're doing it.
Okay.
If she says yes,
If-
no, but legitimate question. If that girl sees it and was like, "We love you," would you do it?
Would you guys let me do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. I would.
Would you?
I would have to prepare like crazy, but I would do it.
Yes.
I'll yeah, fuck it. Because this is the thing is I was like, another thing is the oldest people in the villa are like 27, so
Yeah.
I'm aging out already rapidly. You're
in your prime,
I'm
then.
single and like there's just I
You're
don't have any
dating
ties.
fucking criminals. Like, why
Cut that
why
out.
do you need to go to Love Island? Like, because my last few guys I've seen are fucking literally convicts.
Yeah, there are two guys.
Yeah, the last two guys I've dated are fucking criminals, borderline felons. Maybe that's the reason why.
Yeah,
I think they'd be like, we have to save this girl.
it would be cool to find somebody without a criminal record.
That would be pretty dope.
I would love that.
Pretty sweet, man. Right now, the Barstool Sportsbook is offering one of the greatest gambling promos you have ever heard of in your life. Right now, for any new user in any state where the Barstool Sportsbook is legal, you place your first bet. If your bet loses, you can win up to $1,000 in free bonus cash. If your bet hits, obviously, you're a winner. Bam, here's your payout. If your bet loses, depending on how much you wagered, you can get up to $1,000 in free bonus cash to continue wagering. If you're a mush like me, sign up, get it wrong, win free money. If you win, you're a winner. Doesn't matter. Either way, you're walking away with up to $1,000 in free bonus cash. It's the greatest sign-up incentive you've ever... Even... Let's say you want to place one bet. You're not even a gambler. Sign up, wager one bet. You have $1,000 to play with. You can bet on all of our parlays, all of our odds boost bonuses. There's also the iCasino if you're into slots or table games. And then you have $1,000 to play with. It's like sign up, wager one time, and you basically have a free night at the casino with $1,000. You have a free day at the sportsbook with $1,000. It's one of the greatest promos I've ever heard of in my entire life, and you can get it right now by using the promo code KFC when you make your first wager with the Barstool Sportsbook. Download it now today. Use promo code KFC. Get up to $1,000 in free cash now. Must be 21 or older. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Jackie made I don't know if you read it somewhere or you just like came up with this, but the thing you said the other day that you shouldn't date a guy like at 23 to like 27.
Yeah.
And that has time for you, or that takes out time for you.
So-
because he should be. You can explain it.
Oh, I think I'm going to love this. I think I understand what you're saying, but explain.
This is a thing amongst girls on TikTok. If a guy is like young 20s,
I'm going to love this because I know what you're going to say. I know what you're going to say.
and if he has time to take you on dates a few times a week,
Say it. Finish it.
then he's not going anywhere in life.
Yes! I love it! If you have time for me, you are a loser. If you treat me well and you cut out time in your schedule for me, you're a fucking bum. You are going nowhere. Get out of here. I need the guy who won't even talk to me on the phone. Won't
No,
even text
because
me back
you
because
should
he's so
be-
busy and rich.
You should be in the office, in your finance job,
my
24/7.
I love this. This is my favorite take ever and why you're all going to die single because you're fucking dumb. It's so amazing.
We just got a Mean Girls clip on this.
I love
I'm
it.
sorry, but it's true.
Well, no, what is definitely true, and I even said this last episode, you, sadly, unless you find like the perfect job and the perfect match, you got to pick one or the other. One suffers while the other one is better.
Yeah.
If you are killing it at work, you don't have a lot of time at home for your family, and not just your friends, your actual family, your dating, like all of that suffers because you're at work or you're at home working on whatever you're doing, and vice versa. If you're traveling with your family, if you're taking out your girlfriend, boyfriend, you're always hanging out with them, they love that, you're spending quality time, you ain't at the office. It is kind of one or the other, and that, to me, that life balance is like the hardest thing to do in the world, and I think the hardest part about being happy is like finding out, like, because you feel like an asshole if you're like, if you meet somebody and you're like, the next like 4 to 5 years, I'm pouring myself into this blog,
Yeah.
and like I don't have time for this. It's always kind of like you're just dumping me. That's just an excuse. But it's like,
Yeah.
it's kind of legit. You know what I mean?
I mean, I
And
see the
it's
way that
like,
my
but
finance
but
friends
also
work.
the flip side is true. Is like if somebody like sweeps you off your feet, you're gonna make time for them. You will, whether it's like you stop doing work or it's like I'll come over at fucking midnight just to see you for 5 minutes. Like, you know what I mean? Like if you're really into somebody, you will do that.
Well, fuck. But, okay.
And by the way, why is it not the other way around too, though? You know?
No, but and that's the thing that sucks about being a guy is you guys like there's a lot of pressure to make money and everything and like
While also apparently being the perfect boyfriend.
yeah, exactly. But girls just don't have that, which is good because I mean. I would love to go back to the days that women don't have to work.
I mean, you still
I actually
can.
have a sick job, so like
You still can. You just got to find the right guy who's
no,
like,
but I'm
down
not.
to-
I also am somebody. I'm gonna work until like I'm dead.
Yeah.
When I lose my leg and kill myself at 40 something or whatever.
After appearing on Love Island.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you definitely. There's plenty of sugar babies out there. You know, like I don't know about you guys. Like I just. And this is before I ever got lucky with Barstool. It was just like, that's what you do. Like you just. I never was like, oh my god, the pressure of like needing to one day provide for a family is. I don't know. It's just like it's just what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Like I never.
Is that like why you?
I mean,
worked at
maybe I
Deloitte,
was lucky
though?
enough. Like, yeah, like I did get a good paying job out of school, so I maybe subconscious. I was never like, yo, I'm about to be rich, but I maybe subconsciously was just like, if I keep doing this, I will make enough money to provide some sort of life for a family. Maybe not the craziest life, but like, but I just never. Like, there's never, for I would imagine 99.9% of guys, there is never a moment where we think like, well, maybe I'll just find a woman who like pays for everything. And even if you're not like a sugar baby, like take advantage of the system, you probably have some thoughts as a woman of like, well, like he'll just pay for like the house and I'll just, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, do you not ever think to yourself like, well, I probably won't have to worry about that because like I'll find somebody.
I'm like my plan is to get rich, like
Right.
or whatever. So I have never really thought about
Good.
that.
That's a good
Not
one.
in like a like
Like,
you know,
oh,
like good
I
for
am
me
woman,
way.
hear me roar shit.
Yeah,
but it's
exactly.
Just like,
it's just
but that's
like
good though. Like you're not like an asshole feminist, but you are like I'm just gonna do some shit myself.
I just have like always thought, but here's the thing: is I want him to have like old money. I want him to have. This is what I want.
That's what I mean though. Like I've never once thought, unless I'm joking around, being like I gotta find me like a rich chick. You
Yeah.
know, like if it happens to happen, like awesome. But the fact that some girls who aren't even like being scumbags about it, but just normal girls being like, I hope he makes like hundreds
Yeah.
of thousands of dollars to pay for everything. It's kind of weird.
I totally like, and I want them. I like want them to have a ranch. Like that's the one thing that my newest thing that I'm set on. So it's like I do kind of expect them to
Are
have.
you expecting
like,
to like
money.
move to like
No,
the
but
Midwest?
I want just to have dual time. His family owns it, and so then we just go every like a few weekends,
Totally reasonable.
a month or a year or something.
Put that on
We
your
go-
Love Island. Like, what are you expecting? A man with a ranch.
Man with a ranch.
A rancher.
Oh,
Some
my
Yellowstone
God.
shit.
And then I would go, and he would like teach me how to ride horses and all this stuff, and it'd be so fun. But yeah, that's the plan.
Speaking of the Mean Girls, they lit the internet on fire again with one bed, one bank account, which sounds like something like a catchphrase that Alex Bennett
Yo,
heard
that-
from
I-
one of her rich people.
I was listening to that clip and I fucking muted it real quick. I was like, we're not to one bank
but
account.
you know
yet.
what's crazy? Like there's a lot of people who do that for sure.
No, yeah,
I mean, like
definitely.
my parents think my generation are insane for having separate bank accounts. They think it's the weirdest shit ever. I think it's crazy I think in this world, if you are a guy, if you are a girl, if you are single, if you're in a relationship, if you're married, if you have kids, if you don't have kids, you're renting, you're buying, what the fuck ever. If you work and make money, that is your money in your bank account to do how you see fit with it. Now, if you make an agreement that's like, we're going to save this much money to buy a house, we need to make sure we have this much set aside for tuition, and you're not doing that, well, then that's different. But my money is my money and your money is your money. And
But I think it's so
I'll have my account,
awkward.
you have your account, and then you have a joint account that's like, this is where we pay our bills out of, this is where we save our money for a down payment, this is our wedding account, whatever. But you're not going to like see every time I buy a pair of sneakers and fucking yell at me, I'm a grown adult. Same thing with you. If you're gonna go buy a bag, I'm not gonna be like, you spent how much on that bag? I spent exactly what I wanted to spend on it because I fucking worked for that money, dickhead. You know?
Yeah, but I think it's the like Venmo requesting and everything. That's gonna have more arguments or like just
I'll say that.
resentment.
I don't know if I agree with
yeah,
that.
I was gonna say I don't do that.
That's
Okay,
crazy.
okay.
I think it should be like, I pay the mortgage and you pay this bill and I pay that bill and like.
Yeah.
I also think it's like you make more, then you pay more, and like you have like a system. But I'm not. But okay, so that's different. Then I'm not recommending like send you my bills and you
Yeah.
pay this and that. Like I think it should be split up. I'll pay the nanny while you pay the car. I'll pay the insurance and you pay the this, and everything works out. But to just be like, we're together now, all of our money goes into one place and everybody gets to see. That's like literally how, I'm pretty sure, that's how like men used to control women, being like, you're not allowed to have a bank account.
I do think
True.
that's like a southern mind of thinking.
Totally.
Yeah. Like
and for like different countries, it's all different. But like, if you don't have your own bank account, that is 100% a form of control where it's
True.
like,
Yeah.
you either have to ask to spend money, or every time you do spend money, somebody else is looking at it. Like you need to have your own bank account to be an independent human, I think.
But I also just feel like I'm so awkward around money that I would just rather like not have a conversation like who's gonna pay for what, and just have to be like, okay, it's like all of ours. We both make money.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
both spend on whatever.
I don't know,
I mean,
though.
I don't know. Like it is.
I think it shakes out easier than you would think. Like
yeah.
Like, let's say if I'm paying rent at my apartment and then like someone moves in, it's like, all right, I'm already paying the rent. I already have that good. Why don't you pay the utilities and like the this, and then it just like shakes out. It's not like, I don't think it has to be some like big thing.
True.
But then when you're doing something like buying a house or whatever, then it does become a big thing. You have to have a discussion. You have to hold up your end of the bargain. If you're like reckless with money, then different story. But to just be like, we're together now, all of our money, I don't get down with that.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know what happened. We'll never find out what happened. But Francis went on the Mean Girls pod to discuss this. And the Mean Girls nuked it and said they were not going to publish it. Not only did they do that, I then reached out so Francis goes on the yak and says, wait a minute, I took out my time. I go on the show. I do this appearance. We talk. I believe that the quote was that he was patronizing.
That's what I believe he said.
That
Jordan had said to him.
Okay, so Francis was saying, I went on the show, I did this interview, they said I was being too patronizing, which I could definitely see being the case.
Yeah.
But also in a way of like, he was arguing his point, because I'm sure Francis was disagreeing with that idea. And then they decided not to post it. I then reached out to them and I was like, you have to post this now, because this is the greatest organic promotion of all time.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I'm going to start doing things like this, because everybody was like, what did he say? What did he say? I want to hear it. And they said that it's gone, that they like recorded over it. It's not even available anymore to post if we wanted to. I don't know if I buy that for 1 second.
I don't believe that.
And now I'm like, now I really want to know what was said, because I'm like, if it was such a thing that not only was it not
Wait, they
posted, it was
said-
immediately like, get rid of this.
Hold on. They said they recorded over it. It's not a
Something like
VHS tape.
That's what
Right?
I was like. I don't
That's
know
not how
I don't know
this
how that works, but
Like-
they were like, it's not even like we edited it or anything. It's like we don't even have it, and it's like gone. And I was like, I
They're
don't know
the
about
best
this.
at like accidentally having the best PR ever.
Totally. But I also thought like that was the thing. Like I thought
Yeah.
they kind of knew that, and it was like,
No, I think
we're
they
gonna
just-
say some silly shit, but I'm not saying they like make it up. Sometimes they believe it. Sometimes they're just talking through it, and it's not even like they agree with the statement, but it's just like the topic. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
No, I think
so.
it's
It's not like you're
organic.
just like dumb about it. But I thought that they knew like we're gonna talk about the hot button issues of relationships. And it's gonna light the world on fire every time, and that's the fucking gig. I mean, it's a great one. They should do it all the fucking time. But then you gotta post it, Even if Francis, like, let's say Francis, like, logically, like, danced circles around them and made them look wrong, like they were wrong. It's like, who fucking cares?
Yeah.
We're
I
not even
know.
talking about like.
I'm so curious. I want to know so bad.
I mean, if they,
I'll be honest
they should
with
just
you.
run it back.
I've tried doing some snooping and looking through the server. It's not on
not
there.
even there?
It's not there. It's not on. I've looked in many places because it'd be very funny if we posted it as a Monday episode.
If I could do KFC Radio presents the Mean Girls Pod featuring Francis, I would do it in a heartbeat.
yeah, absolutely.
That's
Where
the
do they
fucking
store?
name of the
Where do they
game.
store their stuff?
That's the thing. It's
Have you
like
seen this clip?
No.
She's like kind of explains what he said.
Oh, he was so okay. I mean, our text exchange was so nice.
You start.
The what?
Do to do.
What's the do to do?
You know, you got a do to do going on.
What the hell is a do to do?
Freaking. An issue. Yeah.
Oh, there's no issue. It was just more.
Deleted this episode.
Well, I mean, you're understanding that now that people know about this, the episode would get a lot more views than.
Yeah. Sounds like
No,
I wouldn't-
honestly, I don't think it would.
Oh, I thought
It would.
I would
Yes,
listen.
I think it would.
I mean, I can talk to Lana,
Look
but
at
I think she deleted it.
It's long gone.
It was one of those things where, like, we had to re-record and we were exhausted. So she was like, I'm not going to keep this on my computer because I have to edit this podcast in a day.
That's
So
that does not. I don't know how you guys operate. That does not feel like.
So
that's-
when it
Maybe.
does come to space on computers, if it's low, sometimes
Yeah.
you delete things. I would never delete something that's unedited.
and,
I would
also
never.
something you like just did
Yeah.
that it's like, well, maybe we'll figure. You know what I mean?
'Cause you
maybe
can
we'll
find-
put out
yeah.
some clips from it. Maybe we'll use it for this or that. Like, you know, I don't know.
Here's the
that,
thing,
That,
like-
that I mean, listen, everybody who's ever had a podcast or a show at some point has had an interview or an appearance or something that didn't go well, and you've told a lie. You said, I mean, I've done it. Oh, I'm sorry, man. We deleted that. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Like the file got corrupted. You know, whatever.
Sometimes the file actually has gotten.
That's why
corrupted.
that's
Like,
why
and,
the
like,
lie works. Like it's like no. It was actually that you know you were painfully boring or like you don't know what you're talking about or whatever. You know, we've done that with people plenty of times, not plenty of times, but a couple times. So it happens, but it's just when you do it in house with someone who's gonna turn around and go on a mic like what the fuck, you know. It's interesting. It's interesting.
I don't know. I don't know.
Because listen, you can't do that though. It's like if I like went on your show for an hour and like blocked out my day and did all that, and then you were just like, never mind. It's like, well, I'm probably not gonna come back on your show now. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
so
Like
he is gonna
you
come
have
back,
every right to like it's your show. If you don't want to run something, all good, man. But that's
I'm just trying to think of like the worst thing you could have said on it though.
I would imagine, and I don't think I would worry about this if I was them, but also I'm so many years in this game. Like there probably was a time where if I had a guest on my own show and they like dominated me in an argument or something, I would be like, fuck, I look like so stupid. But it's like we're arguing about like silly hypothetical bank accounts. Like who fucking cares? But at some point in time, maybe you'd be like, fuck, I don't want to look bad or whatever. You know, I don't know, but
It's brilliant marketing
it
though.
really is. It's brilliant marketing for something that we can't,
Yeah,
see
well,
them,
but for when he goes on next, like I'll listen. Like,
they should definitely try to run it back. All right, voicemails today are brought to you by Pirate Water. The new, you know what my favorite thing about Pirate Water, and there's a lot of things. 10% alcohol by volume. It's about $2. You can get it in gas stations. It's great branding, bunch of different flavors. You can't even get a case of it. You can't even go, let's go get a 6-pack of Pirate Water. It's solo cans.
I had
and
one last night.
And it gets the job done,
And it
right?
got the job done.
Like,
I had 3.
but like, you can't be like, yo, grab a 6er. It's like,
I'll say though,
Nobody's doing that.
I was worried about like 3 was good.
Yeah.
like I was good. It was
Yours
like
was such a heavyweight.
Yeah, so
yeah, you can put it back.
But yeah.
One is perfect for a girl.
Perfect.
Probably for a guy too. Like a bunch of guys out
And
there.
it got me to a level like in between buzzed and drunk where I was like just like in control.
Yeah, that's
And
the perfect
It
kind
was
of
like the
of
perfect.
buzz.
But I didn't feel like I needed
Well,
more.
but like anything that's just like you grab one can off the shelf is gangster because it's like we don't even put them in 4-packs. You can't even get them in 6-packs. Forget about a 12, an 18, or a 30. All you need is to grab a couple cans off the shelf, a couple bucks out of your wallet, and your night is set. They got the Bahama Mama, the Miami Vice, the Sex on the Beach, the margarita flavors. When they are ice cold, they go down so smooth. And it says 10% alcohol by volume. I also think they sprinkled in a little fucking like pirate magic because it's like this feels like more than 10%. So we've got a whole. It's Dana Beers, it's Brianna, and KFC Radio and Saturdays for the Boys all coming together for like the premier party drink for the spring and summer. if you're drinking your high end stuff and you're a wine guy or girl, whatever, that's one realm of one end of the spectrum. On the other end is pirate water, where you're going out, you want it to be fast, you want to get there, you want to drink it in a brown bag, you want to have it out in the parking lot while you're tailgating, you want to pregame at the apartment before you go in. That's what pirate water is for. And right now you'll be able to get it in gas stations, hopefully eventually in Walmart. You can get it in liquor stores near you. So it's rolling out all across the country, slowly but surely. So if you see pirate water, get some, tweet at us, post it on Instagram, tag us. The merch is actually great. We have the Get Pegged hat or shirt, I think is the greatest icebreaker conversation starter in the game right now. If you're at a party and you're wearing a Get Pegged hat, you're instantly talking to people. And it's instantly about sex, and you're talking kinky and funny and weird and making jokes. If you're not too much of a pussy to wear the Get Pegged hat, that is the ultimate party. It's the party drink and the party gear to wear it. So go get your pirate water. Go to drinkpiratewater.com for all details, or be on the lookout in all those local spots.
Yeah, they have a store locator on there too, so you can find
so you can find it.
Yeah, it's linked in all of our socials too.
Okay, we had our first pirate water type event, if you will. That is one of the most ridiculous ideas we've ever had at Barstool. It was a treasure hunt idea. Pirate, treasure, we get it. I actually, when we first were talking about all these ideas early on in Pirate Water meetings, we brought up the idea of a treasure hunt. I was thinking more of an internet treasure hunt where we're dropping clues on different social media accounts, and you've got to listen to the podcast, and then it's this day you get a clue, the next day you get a clue. It builds up for a couple weeks, and you have to find a map. I wanted to be this whole creative thing. What we ended up landing on was 3 different bars in 3 different cities: Brianna, Dana, and us, LA, Boston, New York. And each of these bars had a treasure chest of stuff: swag, gear, merch, giveaways, gift card, the whole 9. The treasure hunt started at 7 p.m.
on a Tuesday.
On a Tuesday night. For that night right then and there. And the clues were just the other people in the other cities said which bar to go to. Now, I love Barstool, and we have made this brand a fucking powerhouse. And we can move a lot of units and sell a lot of shit and convince a lot of people to do a lot of things. But throughout the years when we've thrown parties at bars, we used to pick a night for a bar, and I would promote it for 2 months to lead up to that day. Mm-hmm. And the day of, I would be petrified about head count. I was like, please let me get 50 people in the door. Please, God, I just want 50. And they would always end up being all right, or sometimes packed to the gills. But that would be blogging it, posting it, promoting it for dozens of times. Same thing with ticket sales for the live show. This idea was that we were going to put up a tweet at 7 o'clock, and then the bar was going to be packed on a Tuesday night. They were like, we'll open up a $500 tab for everybody that comes.
People
I was
are still at work at 7. Or you
People-
should be if you're a guy.
if you're a real functioning adult. It's my fault because I missed a couple of the last 2 Pirate Water meetings I missed, and I probably should have recognized what was going on. But they were like, it's the treasure hunt, and all 3 of you are gonna do this, and you're all gonna tweet and post. And I was kind of like, all right, I don't know. And then when it was time to do it, I was like, absolutely nobody's gonna come here.
We also weren't for legal reasons, you can't specifically promote a
We
bar
couldn't say
with
what bar.
an alcohol.
How about this?
So we said cross streets, and then we filmed it once where the bar sign was casually in the background.
We weren't
and even
allowed
that
to.
We can't do, so we just had to go on a street.
So how about
corner.
this?
That video never went out, by the way.
I put out a video saying we're on the corner of 26th and 3rd. Come find it. And in the video, I put it down on the ground. Then we picked it up and went into the bar with it. Any rational person doing this would show up to the spot and be like, oh, somebody else got here and got the treasure chest.
Yeah.
I'm going home. The only reason we were lucky, and I don't even know if you realize this, Nick. So by the grace of God, Feidelberg bailed us out and said, we were in Murray Hill. So we said, one of you motherfuckers live in Murray Hill.
Yeah.
Just go across the street from your apartment, go to Abby's Tavern and win the prize.
Yeah.
There was a couple that saw that tweet, went to the spot, said exactly what I thought, that they were like, oh, the treasure chest is gone. Somebody already won it. And the only reason they came in, Nick, that couple, is because we sat in that window bar.
That's what
and
we were going
remember
to sit in the back.
They said, do you want to sit in the back
No,
or the
I
front? And I
realized
was like,
that.
yeah, let's just sit by the window. And they were able to see us, and they came in. They were awesome. Max
They
and
were
Maddie,
awesome.
they brought their dog in.
Yeah,
They were
Dunder.
so pumped. The guy was like, this is the best day of my life. I was like, thank God. He won all the swag. We hung out. We drank for a while. There was another girl who sat with us. I can't remember her name
She
right
was
now.
awesome, too.
She was great. She came straight from spin. She was like, is it okay that I'm like in my gym clothes? I was like, hell yeah. So there's just a couple people we ended up having like, it was actually a cool night because it was just like rather than being mobbed by stoolies, it was like we met a couple, like a couple and another girl, and they were cool, and we just drank pirate water and talked about it, and like we were able to like take pictures and just hang out and shit. But the idea that like I think sales was like we're gonna have 3 bars packed to the gills, everyone partying, drinking pirate water. It's like they're at work or they're it was also snowing in New York.
Yeah.
It was 4:00 in LA for Bree. I don't even know what she was gonna do. It was the middle of the fucking afternoon.
Yeah.
I was just like, this is one of the most scatterbrained ideas I've ever heard in my life. Sometimes I think people are a little. I think Barstool's a little more powerful than it might be.
It's a little idealized sometimes. And
Yeah.
it's like we
I think
need to assume like
The worst. Yeah,
And
like
then
I'm
plan around
tired.
that.
It's cold. I already have plans because it's literally last minute. Like,
Yeah.
why? You know.
Also, what that
crazy.
couple said, like, I'm sure this happened with more people right in that area. They were
walked
like,
by.
well, that, and they were like, we saw it like 5 minutes after. We also had that thought that like someone probably got
It's
it
gotta be
already.
gone by now,
So
yeah.
there were probably people in Murray Hill being like, it's too late.
Right.
And yeah,
I mean, I did eventually tweet it out and tag or post it on Instagram and tagged Abby's like.
yeah.
But they were like.
Abby's was also just doing their own thing. They had
They had a that was the other thing. They had a bingo night going. So it was like our event is on top of bingo. That poor girl.
the
She was
no, but the
she
woman
was trying so hard.
she came over and she was like, you guys, like, I will promote
That was
your
so funny.
this drink, pirate water.
I think she was doing it into the mic too.
She
was.
doing it into the mic.
She was like, I know how to move products, and like I do this all the time for people, so I'll promote your drink. I was like, oh, thank you so much, bingo lady.
She pulled up her Instagram and she had 300 followers.
God bless her though, because she was, that bingo was a fun bingo. It was like they play
yeah.
snippets of songs.
I've done that before.
Yeah,
It's
that's
awesome.
fun. That was cool, and she
it's a real
actually
good-
had a
good
lot
bar
of.
game.
She was like doing karaoke basically. Like she had a lot of passion.
Oh,
but
yeah.
when she was like, "I'll hook you guys up," I was like, "Oh, okay, thank you so much."
Okay, cool. There's a $500 tab open to the bar. Like-
Spend, you can have it all, girl.
One time I did a bingo night, and one of the things was like it was a chugging competition between everyone, and I won the chugging competition. Bunch of burly men.
Let's go.
Yep,
It ain't about size when it comes to chugging.
I know.
Sometimes it can
Just
be,
about
but
opening
other
the
times.
throat. No, but it seriously is. If you just like open the throat, then it just goes down.
It's awkward. It's awkward. I'm definitely not gonna be able to watch Love Island. I can't even hear that. I can't even hear you say that. I'm definitely not gonna be able to watch
You guys
you.
cannot watch me on Love Island
If you were, imagine if you were just like a drunk slut on Love Island.
Yeah,
oh my
I know.
god.
Oh my god,
Oh
I
my
would
God.
have to quit.
I would be like, I would call you, but you have to quit. I'd be like your dad. I'd be like, get home right now, young lady. Get out of there. Get off the island.
Well, you share a bed
We'll
with
call
them
your
every single
beeper.
night. There's no. Oh god. Okay. Yeah.
Open the throat. So shout out to Maddie and Max and the one girl, I can't remember her name, but
No,
she
I'm so
she hit
like
me with the-
22 is peak for names. I'm past it.
yeah. I'm sorry for forgetting your name, but you also hit me with the best fact. She knows Matt McCusker from Matt and Shane's Secret Podcast, and she grew up in the same neighborhood as them. This was one of my favorite facts ever. So Matt McCusker is one of 6, and he lived in one house, and across the street was the McCusker cousins, and there's 10 of them. So in one neighborhood block, there was 16 McCusker kids. They used to call it the McCusker compound. And I was talking to Feidelberg about it. He goes, I wouldn't be surprised if the FBI has tabs on that compound. The McCusker militia out in Delco, Pennsylvania. Like, what are you guys doing out here? Just keep an eye on them. They must have run that fucking block. 16 McCuskers? Are you fucking kidding me?
That's so fun though to grow up there.
Oh, hell yeah.
I grew up in a similar situation where next door to us was our grandparents' place, and like my cousins and aunts lived there, so it was like
Hammies everywhere?
Yeah, it was. It's my mom's side, so it's a Baganskis, but it was like
The Baganskis.
Yeah.
What a great Midwest, like
Polish.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Polish, what was his name in Home Alone, the Polish band?
I'm not sure,
But you could be the Baganskis. The Baganskis.
Yeah.
You could be a traveling family of polka music.
yeah, no, but we had all my aunts and uncles are younger, so they all still live there. Like they were throwing parties. I was filling up kegs when I was like 10 years old.
Love it.
Just to make they'd give us $1 for like my uncle's 25th birthday. It was awesome.
I'm assuming McCusker's Irish, right?
I would think so,
It's
yeah.
like an Irish
Probably a
thing,
mutt of some sort, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, voicemails. Let's get to it.
Kevin, John, the crew. Currently driving home right now on the highway, but I've been listening to the episode where the girl got dumped at prom, and I had a similar story. So in college, I took my college girlfriend, obviously a bad idea, to my fraternity formal. Prior to getting in, the bus to go to the formal, I drank a whole bottle of Jameson. I no longer drink Jameson due to this exact event. So we got to the venue, 5 minutes in. We go up to the bar. I see a couple, I think they were a grade younger than me, having a great time. Just fucking loving every second of it. And I looked at them and I said, I'll never have that much fun with this girl.
Oh.
So I proceeded to look at her and let her know that I no longer wanted to be with her. She said, what? I said, what? And she said, are you serious? And I said, yeah, I don't really want to be with you anymore.
Oh.
Called her an Uber, sent her back to school. The real icing on top was that the Uber driver was a teacher of mine in middle school. And he started small talk. Oh, what are you doing? She's kind of crying, saying that she went to, formal. It didn't really work out. And he said, oh, what's school? And my name was brought up. And he goes, oh, I know him. He's a great guy. Yeah.
Yikes.
So I don't know if that tops Sarah's story, but, I just really couldn't be at that formal with her anymore. But
you know
I had
what?
a great time the rest of the night,
Sometimes
so,
you
I
just
guess it was a
reach
win-win.
your breaking
Yeah.
point. Just your little face.
That's
Yeah.
cute, yeah, that's cute.
Sometimes you just, and I don't know, it's often not really in college. You know what? That's not true. At any age, you can reach your breaking point, and you hope that it's just in the privacy of your own home where you say, I'm sorry, things aren't working out, and you hope the breakup goes well. But maybe it's at a bar. Maybe it's at a family event. Maybe it's at a fucking funeral. Maybe it's at your college formal. As a matter of fact, college formal's not that bad now that I think about it.
Yeah.
You know,
Well,
I feel like
don't
that's
know.
common.
There probably are a bunch of drunk breakups at college formals.
I mean, but
the way in
but if
which he
it's not
did
a
it,
drunk breakup-
it's just like I'm drunk and I'm looking at something and I turn and I just like, we're done.
I
And you
would
dressed
rather-
up and you got your makeup and you spent money. That is fucked up. But I always, it's do what I say, not as I do. The minute you want to break up, fucking break up. Don't let it linger. Don't let it, don't let it fester. Just pull the fucking Band-Aid and be done, no matter where, no matter how. I mean, within reasons. Like, did their mom die that day? Maybe don't break up with them.
Yeah.
But, went a little extreme there. I was going to say dog died or something like that, but I went right to mom died.
Yeah.
It's pretty tough. Definitely don't break up with someone if their mom just died. But, yeah.
Formal though, that's a shitty. Like,
But
they
it was
got all
his
ready for the
formal,
night.
and he brought her.
Yeah, I guess.
That's another. You were a guest. I don't know. I don't know if that makes it better or worse. But
I would
when
rather,
when looking at another couple makes you be like, ugh, I hate this person. It is fucking long past time. You should have never even brought her in the first place.
I just hope that she didn't know. Like, my biggest fear would be having, I would rather get cheated on, have a big blow up fight, anything, rather than somebody just breaking up with me because they're bored of me. Like, that would be
Dude, that's
the
the
worst.
worst.
And she had to have known.
Well,
that he was
what would you like? I would feel stupid if someone's like, yeah, like I've been miserable like for like months, and you're like, what? You know what I mean? Like I didn't even know it. Like you think you're happy, and the whole time the person's like, I'm so bored with you. Like,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh fuck. But then it's also like, why don't you speak up? Maybe I could have done something different. I don't know. I don't really believe in that though. When people are like relationships or work, it's work in the sense of like you have to take someone else's feelings and schedule and all that into consideration.
Yeah.
You can't just be like a totally free asshole, you know, however you want to live. But for the most part, it really shouldn't be work. If it's like legitimate work, you're like trying to put a square peg in a round hole and it's not working for your life, then just fucking break up.
Yeah.
Or these people are like, you know, like I love this about them, but this is no good, so I'm going to try to change that. It's like, no, just go find a person that has those things.
I think it's like there's a common like miscommunication between men and women that always needs to be ironed out, kind of. And there's that communication.
Yeah, totally.
That's work. But there's
the,
this
like
square
the
peg
bigger
around
stuff.
hole.
It's like just fucking don't do this anymore. I wish breaking up was like more. Breakups have just become this. I mean, I don't want to say become because I'm sure it's always been this way, but it feels like with social media and you're involved in everybody else's life, it feels like these breakups are like, I wanted to kill myself. I became depressed. I couldn't get out of bed, and it's like, you're literally you're gonna be fine. You're literally gonna be fine.
I know, but it's like the taking the finals. You don't know that in the moment.
I know, but that's what I mean. But you almost have to have some sort of perspective where it's like, I'm gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Maybe I'll
Not
always
now.
maybe by like I'll always think like, well, I loved her more, or she was hotter, or he was better, or whatever.
Yeah.
But like, you're gonna be okay.
Yeah.
Just stop with the like, I'm gonna kill myself, or I'm calling the police, or all the crazy shit that we know people can go through. It's like, just fucking
Something
relax.
that helps me sometimes is I'm just like, it's chemical. Like it's a biological.
Right.
My body's just trying to attach to this person because it wants me to procreate.
and it's like that, but it's just boom.
But it's just chemicals.
Put those chemicals somewhere else.
And those chemicals will like
Right.
subside.
And also the other way too. It's just like, I don't know, like that dude's or that guy, that girl's fucking body and brain or whatever is telling her the opposite, and she, you know, you can't change how you feel.
Yeah.
Like, I think the real problem is everybody takes breakups like you're being mean, and it's like, I'm not doing this on purpose. I don't want to hurt you.
Yeah.
What I'm telling you is this is not going to work. So
it's hard because like even with like fights I've had with friends, it's like I could see that you know, like with fights with anybody, it's like I know that you think that you're right and I think that I'm right, and we're both just trying to do the best for ourselves.
Right.
And it's hard.
we're not trying to hurt the other person.
Exactly.
Take it
Like
out on you or
sometimes it's
whatever.
like they're like evil, and it's never evil.
no.
It's just it's not working for
Right.
one side, and they're trying
that's
to
totally
get life.
allowed.
Yeah.
Like that's how it's supposed to go. You,
I mean,
you date
sometimes
people and
there's
you test it out. and-
manipulative, like legitimately.
Well, yeah, and
toxic
those
people.
people are evil. But like, if it's just like, I'm telling you, it's hard because when you date somebody, you're either supposedly gonna like get married and be together forever, or you're gonna do the meanest thing possible to them, and that's
Yeah.
say, I just don't want you around me anymore.
Yeah.
And that's what you're signing up for when you engage in a relationship, and you have to know that could possibly, come your way.
Yeah.
Next up.
What's up, guys? This is a two-part Am I the Asshole? Number one, the Mets just beat the Yankees, so KFC, go fuck yourself.
This was
Am
in
I the
my
asshole for that?
DMs from a
So
while
love.
back.
Also, the Mets just beat the Yankees. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah, I was confused on that.
But we can just play his voicemail.
Two, I live with my family. 3-family house, blah, blah, blah. Like, water pressure is terrible.
3-family, damn.
Everyone decided they needed, like, a better water pressure. So they, like, I'm in the basement, the best spot for the water. So we decided to put something in down here. And this is it. And it is the loudest fucking thing I've ever heard in my life. Am I the asshole for having a problem with this?
You gotta make your sacrifices in life. Do you want the water pressure, or do you want it to be quiet? To me, water pressure trumps silence. Like that one, I don't know what that thing was, but I want that in my house, even if I don't have a 3-family.
So, yeah,
I want that baby pumping.
That's I will say, like, one, having that consistent, constantly humming, you're gonna get used to that. That's
Totally.
fine.
I actually like I put on white noise at
Yeah.
night. Like I like that. If it's like beeping, it bothers me.
Yeah.
But if it's just like
Also, that is not the fucking loudest noise. I don't know if you've
Yeah.
seen Keeg's stories, Brianna's stories, my stories.
Bro.
New York
get used to
is so
come live a day in
fucked
New
right now.
York. Noise
Dude,
will
But it's like the Always Sunny episode where it's like in the suburbs.
The
quiet
silence
sounds.
gets you. But like the banging of the fucking heat pipes, the jackhammers outside,
Dude, the
subways
drilling,
going by.
drilling outside windows right now is insane because I finally figured out because it was so weird that it was happening to me, Keegs, and Brianna. Like I've seen other people post about it. I guess during COVID, you're supposed to inspect buildings every 5 years. They stopped for like 2 or 3 years.
So
now
had
they
to
just
catch up.
inspected the outsides, and everyone has got. Dude, I'm on the 6th floor. There are men just outside of my window
Banging.
at random times of the week. It's not consistent. It's just like they're out there and they're putting drills right into the fucking concrete. And it's just the most violent fucking sound, and it is
We used to have
such a pain.
We had a couple speed bumps at Fordham on campus, and there would be like delivery trucks for like the food and I don't know whatever else comes through campus. And I don't know if you've ever heard like a box truck go over a speed bump, but that like ba-boom sounds like a fucking bomb.
Yeah.
And we used to wake up like hungover. I was like, is there a bomb exploding? Like, and they were like, it's just the trucks. And I remember going, bomb trucks? And so for the rest of time in college, we called them the bomb trucks. And I mean, there's so much noise. I don't know where this guy lives.
And like we were in Compton, so we'd be like, oh my god, what the fuck was that?
Fucking, come by the gun range at my place, bud. Like, there's noises all over these places. That to me though, like, if it's gonna make my apartment cool, like temperature wise, or the water pressure high, whatever noise I got to deal with, whatever piece of equipment I got to get. I did like what Francis they said the other day on Oops, that temperature. Lining up temperature-wise with your significant other is just as important as like, do you line up with your religion and your beliefs and all that? If you run hot and I run cold, we could never date.
Yeah.
You and I could never
God.
date. We would be at each
fucking
other's throats within like a day. You'd be putting it on like 74. I'd be putting it on at 66.
I hope you're happy in this new studio because it's fucking freezing in there. Yeah. I know.
Yeah. By the way, I
Happy in what?
I had a couple guests in a row point out how I was sweating. Never again, guys. We're keeping the fucking temperature at 62.
No.
I am the talent.
I know.
I am on camera.
I know.
If I am sweating, we can't have it. So you bitches better bundle up.
Do you think that you're gonna start like?
Nope. Whatever you're about to say, nope. The answer is just that I'm going to keep the studio as cold as it needs to be for me to be comfortable.
Why do girls like run cold? Every girl I know.
It's
I
crazy.
don't know.
All you
It's
guys
just
need
like our-
fucking space heaters and shit on your
I
table.
think it's something like biological, and you guys are like, you're such pussies. But like, we literally like, sorry, I don't
literally
know.
have
I'm
one,
fucking
yeah.
It definitely is something with
shivering.
iron. Like
Iron, yeah.
Yeah,
You're kinda
you
losing
know what,
a lot
you
of
probably
blood.
got, you guys. I mean, there definitely is something biological, yes.
Yeah.
But I bet you guys also like we eat shit that probably is different. And, like you guys are just like nibbling on salad like a fucking rabbit. You know?
Yeah, I mean, it's also just like body mass. Like, you
Yeah,
guys
it's like
just
we're
have more.
fucking like big fat warthogs, and
Less
you guys are like
muscle,
little bunny
which
rabbits.
is a natural heat producer.
Yeah,
they also
it's literally that you guys are pussies.
And
you have less
no,
muscle.
No, it's literally because we're biologically structured
Right.
differently
You're
than
literally
you.
biologically pussies.
No.
You don't have muscle. You don't have mass.
Would you understand?
You're a bunch of pussies.
This is why people are like, it's a man's world. Is because
Hell yeah.
like
Also, it's a man's world, but also, you can get warmer. I can't get cooler. I can't like take my clothes off.
you could chew a cup of ice or just like whatever.
You can put on a sweatshirt much easier than I can chew ice.
I know, I guess.
That's like one of the worst feelings.
Yeah, that was a bad example, but like it's like it's just
Terrible.
it's not that
You can put on.
Could you imagine sitting in a room all day where you're fucking shivering and literally every single day I have to wear a sweatshirt and put on blankets over me?
Wow, why don't you get a space heater?
Give me, but then it's gonna
You
heat
know
the
how
whole
much
room.
you
No, it
knock
doesn't
shit
heat the
over?
whole-
We are going to burn this place down so fast.
Okay, will you get me a space heater?
Yes.
Okay. Deal.
She goes, okay.
Compromise.
Yeah, you put it on low, you put it under your desk. I don't think it'll heat up the whole place.
Yeah.
And then I
You're
get
gonna
a space,
see me just
space
like,
heater, and then you have to shut the fuck up.
I'm not
Forever.
gonna do that. I'm gonna tell
You
you
have
right
to
now.
shut
I know
the
myself.
fuck
I'm not gonna shut up the fuck up about this.
You know what? I respect that. I respect the honesty. I'm not going to do that. Okay. All right. Fucking mountain man here.
KFC fights. What's going on? So
Great
I
beard.
saw this Would You Rather on TikTok, so I don't remember who it was, but shout out them. Would you rather every time you blink, someone in the world dies and you get a notification about it, or every time you take a step, an invisible shopping cart rams in the back of your heels? All right, cheers.
Dead. Somebody's dead.
Stop.
Dead.
No.
I just killed a dozen people. Dead.
Oh my god, that's a psychopath response to
I
that.
mean,
I'd be so annoyed with the notifications. Like,
dude, you're killing my battery.
Yeah.
Do people get hit with shopping carts a lot? Is that a thing?
in the
Have
back
you guys
of the
been
heels.
hitting the back of the knees with?
I've been hitting the heels
I would
like by
imagine
my
that it
brother.
suck.
Yeah.
That
not great.
does sound like it sucks. A lot.
Every single time. But I feel
But
like you
also,
get used
I
to
just
that.
don't understand the logistics. Like blinking and somebody drops dead. I understand it. I blink, some guy. In
I
fucking
think every time I
Europe
blink,
just
someone probably
drops
does
dead.
drop dead.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
But the idea of like how
the
do I
notifications again.
take a step and someone hits me right then in that moment? Like how do I get anywhere?
Yeah, is there
I
somebody
couldn't even-
following you with a shopping
Right,
cart?
or is it like I take 100 steps and at the end of the day, just boom, 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 boom? You know, like hey, you took 4,000 steps today.
I would imagine just like the feeling, the sensation.
Okay, all right, it's not an actual. Okay,
Yeah.
I like that because it's like I can't if I'm in a small space. If I go to a bar, if I go like I can't. You can't just have it.
Yeah.
Okay, so it's basically like every time you take a step, raging pain through your heels
But I think that you just get used to it.
versus killing people with blinking.
I nervous blink, so I can't do
are
that.
you Googling out how many
So
people
about
blink?
150,000 people die every day, and you blink about 20,000 times a day.
Oh, we're cutting the numbers down. Let's go.
Yeah.
So how many times do you blink in a lifetime? How many days in like let's do 80 years. How many days in 80 years? 365 times 80 times 20,000.
Well, I'm gonna do this differently. Let's say you live 80 years. Whoa, did that wrong.
Oh, look, it says
Aren't you, like-
7.1 million times a year. It says right there, right?
Okay, so you're killing about 500 million people.
Jesus.
That's not that much.
What?
I thought that number was going to be astronomical. I thought by the
I
end of my
really thought-
life,
yeah.
I would have killed like an entire planet of people. So
Half
are
a
you
billion
sure?
people, though, is
I
like.
could have easily done that wrong.
What does it say right there? Between 6.2 and 7.1 million times per year.
5.2. So yeah.
Okay, so let's just call it
Set-
6. Let's call it 6. 6 million per year times 80 years. So it's 6 million times 480 million. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, you're killing about half a billion. That's in my lifetime.
That's
More people than that will die,
Yeah.
and I don't want my heels to hurt. I'm killing everybody.
I'm gonna need a second phone.
The,
Like, that's-
I'm just ignoring the notifications.
Yes.
Because honestly, if the notifications say like
It's
if
probably
the
like.
notification said like you just killed Jackie, I'd be like sad. But if it's just like
Thank you.
like Tom Smith from fucking London, I'd be like whatever.
But like, I would
See
imagine
ya.
the notification is like Tom Smith from London. His family loved him.
Yeah, like you get the
Was, like-
obituary, you get a picture.
like-
It's like he was a loving father.
Gonna cure cancer.
However, I blink, Andrew Tate dies. We all win.
Bro.
Out of 500 million people, I'd say, let's say 50-50, 250 million of those people probably deserve to die. So it's like, imagine, boom, I blink, Putin's dead. War over. I just stopped the war.
But imagine
Boom, I
you
blinked,
blink.
rapist dead. I just saved you. Actually, how about that? I blink, I just killed a rapist mid-rape. Hero.
Ooh.
Fucking hero. And you get the notification, you just killed this rapist. Boom, I just blinked, Bill Cosby's dead. Hero.
Is he dead?
No, he's going on
he's
tour.
touring.
Oh,
Which,
what?
by the way, let's discuss.
Yeah.
Kind of want to go to Bill Cosby.
Did you say you kind of want to go
Kind of want to go. As a,
to heckle?
like, let's call a spade. It's one of the craziest things that has ever happened. If
like,
a full-blown
what is that
serial
material?
rapist gets on stage, I still don't believe there will be a single club in the world that will put him on stage. I don't know if he's selling tickets. I don't know.
But he's still got money where he could go do the rent and
Rent
event
it out.
space.
I don't even know if you do that. I think if a company, a landlord, whoever found out it was Bill Cosby, I think they would like pull the
not
plug.
good.
I think he announced I'm going on tour. I don't think he has anything set up because I do not believe in this day and age that any promoter, bar, club, whatever would back him. But if it happens, I almost want to go the same way that you go to like a protest or you go to like the scene of the crime or whatever, just to be like, what the fuck is going to happen here? There's no.
Do you think he makes fun of it? He like is self-aware about it?
Would he bring it up?
I think he probably legally cannot
Yeah, his lawyer would fucking kill
him. But as like a comic, you kind
He
of
was
have
like,
to be
hello,
self-aware
whoa,
about
whoa, 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 doing that voice, like, so I raped a couple people. Like,
They're
but what about the Jello?
There cannot be a 2-drink minimum.
I mean, it's just never gonna happen. But I would go out of morbid curiosity. This is why my TikTok algorithm's all fucked up.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, find me Bill Cosby live on stage, not because I want to laugh at him, because I want to see. Like, there would absolutely be somebody in the crowd who was a victim or the family of a victim, not even his victim, just like of sexual assault, who would like pull out a gun and shoot him.
Yeah.
100%. And everyone should cheer. And I want to see that.
It'd be a show.
I want to be like, yo, they killed Bill Cosby. They killed Bill Cosby. So we're going to buy some tickets. All right. That's it for us. Now we get into our interview with Chase Rice. It's brought to you by Manscaped. Chase Rice is a whole lot of man. That dude. I hope he doesn't listen to this, but that guy's hot as shit. You know what I mean?
Oh my God.
Right? Like,
Colleen
just leaned over and looked at Jackie. Jackie looked up at her. He is super hot. And like he's a fucking he would be hot if he was a bum. He's also like, oh, I'm also a country singer. You know what I mean?
So
like he
hot.
could
His
literally be
hands
homeless
are
on the
so
street.
hot. His shoulders
hands
are
are
so
hot.
Oh my God.
Damn, girl, put it in your pants.
Yeah.
Put it away. So I'm sure that he manscapes. And not in like the pussy way where like manscaping is not just like let me just shave my whole body and look like an inside out cat. It's like let me control it, you know? Where you have some scruff and you got some chest hair, you got everything done in the right way. That's what Manscaped lets you do. They've got the lawnmower. It's not just for your junk. They now have the Beard Hedger Pro Kit, which you use for your face. It's got all the different settings, so you can have the 5 o'clock shadow, or you can have a long beard, trim everything in between. They've also got the lotions and the serums and the deodorant, all that stuff to make sure your hair and your body and your skin is fresh and clean and smooth. And right now, when you go to manscaped.com and use promo code KFC, you get 20% off all their products. I mean, if you're a guy, or a girl, you just absolutely have to have a kit like this to make sure your body is on point. So go to manscaped.com. Promo code KFC, 20% off the beard hedge trimmer,
and
the ball
free
trimmer
shipping.
kit. What?
And free shipping.
And free shipping. That's manscaped.com, promo code KFC. It's Chase Rice on KFC Radio. Let's talk to him.
Yeah, I was going to say big win yesterday.
I would not have pinned you for a EPL league.
We toured in Manchester, 2017. And I get there, the guy at the airport's talking up Man City. I'm like, I wanted to go to Man United game. I didn't even know Man City existed. Mm-hmm. And I didn't care about it. I just wanted to go and see a game. And then we went to Man City instead because they were in town. They put us in a suite, free drinks. They treat us like that. I'm like, hell yeah, this is sick. So I just kept up with them. And then 2 years later, I'm become a huge fan. You get it. You go in. And old Man City fans fucking hate me. They're like, this motherfucker. You don't really love Man City. I'm like, shut the fuck up. Yes, I do. I did that with him. I grew up in America. Yeah. But I get why they hate me for this one. I was 2019, Fly Over, I have Eyes on You, #1 song. Like, it's that week. And they have me on the parade, on the buses, with the squad.
You were Salt Bay, man. Did you see Salt Bay at the World Cup?
No.
Like, right when Argentina wins the World Cup. You know Salt Bay, the fucking He was taking picture. The only people allowed on the field. Sorry to interrupt your story, but the only people allowed on the field at the World Cup are legitimately like presidents and heads of state and like the Queen and shit like that. And then there's Salt Bay, and he's literally grabbing Messi, like yo, let me get a selfie with you.
Oh, I heard about this.
And Messi's like, who the fuck is this? And he has all these pictures on his Instagram of like, he's like, hey, and the guys in the picture are like,
how do you get down there?
I don't know, man. And it was just like, everyone's like, fuck this guy. So you were the Salt Bay.
Well, they weren't
Man
like,
City.
fuck this guy. I was invited, so that was cool. But I didn't belong there. I'm like looking down at all these longtime City fans, and they're all just like, they're looking at me like, yeah. They think I'm somebody. I'm like, what's up?
That's awesome. That's great. Just blend in with the gang.
Dude, we had a blast that
Those
night.
guys, I feel like,
that team was stacked.
I feel like those guys.
You went out with the team, like
Manchester Cathedral after the game. Pep's there. It's like
we've always done a lot of questions like, if you could go out and party for one night with one team from any point in history, who would it be? And we almost never answer soccer because I guess we just have. We're always thinking like, I'm always like the '86 Mets or the '90s Cowboys or the Showtime Lakers, all that shit.
Would have been fun.
I mean, that would have been great. But when you really think about it, you go out on the town in pubs with like this whatever top dog in England is.
Yeah.
I don't know if you're getting anything bigger than that,
Yeah.
or more like fun than that. You know what I mean? Like that would be our scene, right? More so than like the Showtime Lakers.
But at the same time, like Phil Foden, I think he was like 19, so he's not getting hammered. De Bruyne is with his wife. I was at one point in a circle with all the guys from Argentina, like Sergio Aguero and Otamendi and all these guys, and I'm just sitting there like, I have no fucking idea what you guys are saying.
Make sure you subscribe to KFC Radio on YouTube to get all the video content. Subscribe, comment, like, and make sure you turn on the bell notifications so you know whenever new video content drops.
I want to say something, but the video has to be fast, so that's it.